right, Fester, listen to this.
MJ, Fester, and Michelle until she gets sick of waking up early and working for free.
They don't know what the they're doing.
This is the MJ Morning Show
You understand that?
on Q105, 104.7 FM.
All right, so when I said, Fester, listen to this, he runs out of the room to Andrew's producer booth.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have your headphones? You've walked into the studio completely unprepared?
Well, no. I came with my humor and wit,
Yeah,
which is usually
all
the
right.
only tools I need.
All right.
I need no headphones.
What is it going to take you to get here just on time with headphones ready to roll?
Nothing. I can't think of anything that can happen that will make that happen.
All right. And did you
I
hear
heard
that?
it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, so that's the new version, of course. Now, this is the one that I slapped together, at the last minute. This was, today's what? Today's Thursday. So Tuesday night, I slapped this together.
The MJ Morning Show is on 104.7 FM.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Q105.
You understand that?
So that was a quickie that I put together at home in my little home studio, and I had it redone at Fester's behest. Have our professional production folks put together a version of that, and then we kind of added just a little more copy to the deal.
MJ, Fester, and Michelle until she gets sick of waking up early and working for free.
They don't know what the they're doing.
This is the MJ Morning Show
You understand that?
on Q105, 104.7 FM.
Yeah, so I wrote that one, and that got shipped off yesterday afternoon, and they got turned around pretty quickly. So you happy with that, Fester?
You know what? I think I like the one you slapped together better.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. I think
All
I like
right.
the brevity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just the brevity of...
The MJ Morning Show is on 104.7 FM.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Q105.
You understand that?
It's a great audio bite.
The best.
I don't care where you sit, what side you're on, or whether you like or dislike. That's a great audio bite from the press. Hey, if Biden did that, I would have had a Biden version. When they did Obamacare, and Obama was president and Biden was vice president, remember the hot open mic caught Biden whispering into Obama's ear, "This is a big effing deal." Remember that?
Yeah, but
but it wasn't clear.
It was muffled.
It wasn't crystal clear like this. Whoa.
The MJ Morning Show is on 104.7 FM.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Q105.
You understand that?
All right. And also that was intentionally said out loud, whereas the Biden deal, that was like hot mic, not intended to get picked up, Hey, happy anniversary, Michelle.
Happy anniversary.
Do I have to give you a card, or can we treat this as an audio card? Which is even better. I mean, going to the store and just getting some, $4.95 off the shelf card, or unless you want me to take hang on a minute, let me do this on MJTV. Hang on.
What do you got?
Unless you want me to grab just a piece of copy machine paper, fold it, grab some crayons and markers and make you a card,
Yeah. You and I aren't really the sentimental card exchangers.
Well,
we like a funny card, or like a sarcastic card maybe. But you and I don't exchange the heartfelt, flowy poem.
Yeah.
Love forever. I don't even do that with my family.
You've given me a bunch of nasty X-rated.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I've got a little collection of those.
Yeah.
Michelle's given me some racy cards over the years.
Mm-hmm.
What are you blushing over there?
No, I don't think so. Am I, Fester?
I don't know. It's too dark.
bit.
There's no lighting on you. Yeah, whatsoever. All right. So yeah, today's our anniversary. So
Happy anniversary.
Michelle and I have been married for 31 years. It was this day 31 years ago in Virginia Beach that we tied the knot at the Radisson, right? Which has been knocked down.
Or the Ramada.
I thought
No, it was not Ramada. No, it was not Ramada.
And it was an R hotel.
Yeah.
It was
It's one of them.
It was the Radisson, Virginia Beach.
See how memorable it was for me?
It was next to the old Virginia Beach Convention Center, and
Yeah.
they knocked that down too.
Yeah.
So the old convention center, kind of like what were those? Those were like horseshoe shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were knocked down. They built a new convention center, and then there was a hotel over there. It was the Radisson, and also I believe my senior prom was there as well.
Yeah.
So my high school senior prom, and then we got married in the same damn place. Yeah, in Virginia Beach. So Michelle, happy anniversary to you.
Right back at you, buddy.
Hey, do we have any indication on if a tornado really touched down yesterday in Largo?
I saw the gusty wind.
Yeah, so they think there might have been a tornado. I don't think we have any number yet, whether it was an EF0. If it's an EF0, shouldn't there be no tornado? I mean, you've got EF0. We don't have category 0 hurricanes. So why do we have a EF0 tornado? Shouldn't you start it at 1?
I mean, you'd think, but
Exactly.
you'd have to ask Mr. Was it
Or a point, or how about a 0.5?
What's the F stand for?
Fujita, I believe.
Fujita,
I think it's the Fujita scale. Look that up. Make sure I'm not talking out my ass. All right.
All right.
Just
That
look-
sounds right.
Yeah. What is the hurricane scale or the tornado scale? Just type that
Enhanced Fujita
in.
scale.
There we go. Yeah. Thank you. Michelle can search a lot faster than Fester's fat fingers over there.
Yes.
Yeah. The Fujita scale, the F scale, or you're saying the enhanced Fujita scale? Yeah.
F0 is under 73 miles an hour.
Remember, that's right, because it used to be F1, F2, F3, F4, and then they changed it to EF, and EF means enhanced Fujita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, there you have it. So again, why is there an EF0? Go back to the chart. All right, so EF0. Hold on, that's the Fujita scale. I need to see the enhanced Fujita scale.
The Fujita scale was decommissioned.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
The Fujita scale is obsolete,
Mm-hmm.
but they think that a tornado might have touched down in Largo yesterday.
We got cows.
Yeah.
EFU.
What?
EFU.
EFU? Oh,
Yeah.
that's unknown.
Right.
Oh, so here's the enhanced Fujita. I thought you were telling me EFU. I thought you were telling me FU. I'm like, what?
You were saying FU.
Now
What is
that, now that I know I can tell you off in weather terms.
I thought you were saying FU.
Hey, MJ.
The EFU. So EFU, unknown, no surveyable damage. EF0 is 65 to 85 miles an hour, light damage. EF1, 86 to 110, moderate damage. EF2, 111 to 135, considerable damage. EF3, 136 to 165, severe damage. EF4, 166 to 200, devastating damage. And then EF5 is 200 miles an hour plus, incredible
Yeah, I was
damage.
about to say, what do they use to
Wow.
be worse than devastating? Incredible.
So instead of EF0, shouldn't you have like an EF.5, an EF.25, an EF.1? Instead of having a EF0, I mean,
in hurricane lingo, we have tropical storms.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
we have
so
depressions.
are those the
Yeah.
are those the category zeros, the tropical storms?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No, they're not.
I mean, you could be talking
Yes.
to Mr. Fujita.
Look at the potential damage. It kind of aligns.
Hey, EFU.
I like that,
Is what we
Fester.
might have had in Largo.
Yeah.
EFU. Well, bring up the stories. Bring up the weather stories locally, because I don't think they know what it was. It's a suspected hurricane. So then I guess
tornado.
I'm sorry, tornado. Thank you. So it's a suspected tornado, and now I think they have to wait for like the National Weather Service to survey, or maybe Dennis Phillips from Channel 28 just drops by in his suspenders and says, "Yep, EF0. I got a carport with a dent in it. It's and of course it happened at a trailer park. I mean, that's
Of course.
Seriously, it did.
Yeah.
Debris damage left behind as tornado roars through parts of Largo. So I think they've determined that it is a tornado, probably an EF0. I don't know if it would reach the level of a 1. No injuries reported, but of course it hit a mobile home park.
The Bay Ranch Mobile Home Park.
What the hell is that? What is it about mobile home parks and tornadoes? Yeah.
They love each
I'm
other.
sorry we're in hurricane season. Keep saying hurricane.
You don't expect tornadoes, but you know what? Once in a while, they hit
Mhm.
Pinellas County. I mean, I remember Clearwater High School gym
Yeah.
got torn open years ago, and they're the Clearwater Tornadoes.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
They're
that's
mascots,
right, yeah.
the tornadoes. They
All
get hit
right.
by a tornado.
6:11, just getting rolling on a busy Thursday. When we get back, there was something. Oh, I want to revisit the poop cruise.
Did you watch it?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But the Netflix new documentary, The Poop Cruise, I've got a follow-up to what we talked about yesterday, and that's next. If you don't know about the Carnival Cruise, Poop Cruise, and the new Netflix documentary, stand by. Next.
Okay, it's early.
What's up? What's going on? I said, hey, what's going on? 25 years. It's remember that DJ Miko thing that we were at the other radio station back in the mid-90s. We played the hell out of that thing. The DJ Miko version. Say it again?
I like that song.
Yeah, no, I do too. It's got a good sound to it. All right, so yesterday here on the MJ Morning Show, probably 8:30ish or so, somewhere in the 8 o'clock hour, we talked about this new Netflix documentary, which actually dropped on Tuesday of this week, so a couple of days ago. And I guess this is the first in a series of really bad events.
Yeah, the name of the series is called Trainwreck.
Trainwreck, and the first one is Poop Cruise. And it had to do with the Carnival cruise that went really, really bad from Texas to Mexico back in, what did we say, 2013? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, is that the trailer? Did you bring you played the trailer yesterday?
I have the trailer off of YouTube.
Gotcha.
And then I have the webpage off of Netflix.com.
All right, we've got a follow-up on this. This is why I'm doing it again. Roll the trailer from YouTube on the Poop Cruise, all right? Just roll a little bit. Go.
Good afternoon. Welcome on board the beautiful Triumph. We just love going on cruises. The food, the pool, the water slide. I mean, what more could you ask?
This was absolutely the bachelorette party that I had dreamed of.
Until you were covered in poop.
And then the lights go out.
Attention. Empathy.
Oh my God.
More than 4,000 people are stuck on a cruise ship that is dead in the water.
Yep.
That's when all of us were like, what the f?
Well, power goes, that's it. Everything's out.
It was immediately crisis mode.
But the
Oh,
toilets weren't working.
Yeah.
Well, we can do a number one in the shower.
Yeah.
And then
I'm telling you, it got bad.
Yeah, but for number 2, they were handing out red biohazard plastic bags that the guests were supposed to go number 2 in.
All the rooms, MJ, they're in long hallways. If you have an interior room, there's no air conditioning.
Oh, man.
You know, imagine how quickly that got warm and stinky.
Yeah.
And
What a freaking mess. Did you hear in the trailer they were talking about, and then the power went off? You know, they had like that sound effect. And we have more power off sound effects. Yeah, there's like a whole series of them. We got a whole bunch of them.
Here, let me see if they used a sound effect in the trailer.
Yeah, they did.
Hold on, listen.
I know that they did. They had a sound of the...
Yeah, but I want to see how it compares to ours.
I go.
The lights go out.
Attention.
You hear like a...
All right, that's a good sound effect. What does ours sound like? That sounds weak.
So
Yeah,
we
the
have...
other one has like a duh.
Well, hang on a minute. We have...
A better one.
We have like 4 or 5 different ones that we've played, the powered down sound effects. And this drives me nuts. In like movies and TV shows, if there's a blackout, if the power goes out, they always have that sound. It doesn't make that freaking sound.
No, but there are certain sounds you associate with certain events.
Oh, and you know, guess what? When my Tico power goes out in a thunderstorm, it doesn't go in my house.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
You don't hear it?
It does. Andrew, can you not find? We had like power drain. Oh, look for power drain. Maybe power drain. Oh, here we go. Andrew's finding him now. Andrew's like, we only have one. I'm like, no, we don't. We've had like 4 or 5 of these. All right. Here's power drain. Oh, that's a little. That's better. Yeah, but we have more. I'm telling you, we had like 4 or 5 of these things. We had a whole variety of ridiculous, amped up, over the top movie sound effects of the power going out. Yeah. So this is better than the. Right.
Yes.
Anyway, so I have an update on the Netflix poop cruise.
Okay.
Because some people that were on the cruise are now commenting on the documentary because it came out on Tuesday. A passenger on the notorious Carnival Triumph poop cruise said the documentary fails to capture the true horror of 4 days at sea without food, power, and sanitation. The scariest thing I've ever been through. The cruise from Texas to Mexico spiraled into chaos after an engine room fire triggered a massive electrical failure, leaving over 4,000 passengers and crew wading through urine and feces and camping on deck. Did those folks get like a refund and a free cruise?
I mean, I imagine they got something.
I wonder what kind of civil suits were launched. Is there? Hey, Michelle, look up lawsuits for the Carnival Triumph. Yeah, let's see if there are any like cases that went to court, or if Carnival settled them all out of court.
Was the boat decommissioned after that, or was it just like,
they sunk it at sea? It's now an artificial reef off of Galveston.
I mean,
I want to scuba dive that thing. No, I'm kidding. I don't think they didn't sink the ship. But hey, I have scuba dived through a cruise ship, a World War II cruise ship. Yeah, the Rio de Janeiro, I think it was called, in Truck Lagoon in the Federated States of Micronesia. When I dived all the Japanese wrecks that we sunk after they hit Pearl Harbor, we did something called Operation Hailstorm. Was it Hailstorm or Hailstone? It was like February of 1944, and that's where we went after the Japanese fleet which was parked in Truck Lagoon in Micronesia. And it's an awesome scuba diving spot. And I did that a long time ago. And one of the wrecks was a cruise ship that was commandeered by the Japanese to use as a troop carrier. And we sunk that. And I mean, I was scuba diving down about 100 feet or so, going through the hallways, the corridors, as you were talking about. I was just going scuba diving down hallways into staterooms of former Japanese World War II officers. It was amazing.
Well, the Carnival Triumph no longer operates under that name. However, it is still being used under the name Carnival Sunrise.
Oh, so it was so bad. There was so much poop on the name that they had to change the name of that is amazing.
It went over, it had a major overhaul. They completely refurbished it because, the bones were probably good. Everything needed to be replaced in it.
That place needed to be sanitized. They probably needed to relight it on fire to kill all the heebie-jeebies on that thing. But listen, when you have an incident on a ship that's so bad that you have to change the name, holy crap. So it went from the Carnival Triumph to the Carnival Sunrise?
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and it's still in operation. And you can book a cruise for next week if you want.
And I have an answer on the lawsuit.
How about the Carnival Fecal Explosion?
Oh.
Would you book that cruise ship?
The all-new Carnival Turd.
The
Turd of the
Oh,
Sea.
the Turd Boat.
Yes.
So, tell me about the lawsuits.
Well, of course they're going to sue.
Oh, yeah.
But what happens when you buy a ticket for a cruise?
Oh, there's all kinds of disclaimers. And they have a little fine print that if our ship has a problem and there's feces all over the ship, that we're not responsible?
No.
Act of God or whatever?
Isn't a cruise line...
Force majeure. Isn't that like some legal thing you learned in law school?
I forgot what that means.
Force majeure.
Yeah.
I think that's like... look up for force majeure, I think, means like out of their control or events, unforeseen events. Look up force majeure. Yeah, force majeure, meaning superior force in French, is a contract clause that excuses a party from fulfilling its obligations when an extraordinary event or circumstance beyond their control makes performance impossible or impractical. These events are often natural disasters, acts of war, or government actions. Does it say anything about an engine fire causing the ship to fill up with poop and pee?
I don't know if that's force majeure.
They didn't get that far.
I mean, if a meteor hit the boat, aren't cruise lines? I heard this was a scam for labor issues.
What?
That they aren't American companies.
Oh, yeah, a lot of the cruise ships
a lot of them aren't.
Yeah,
but apparently...
Ships Registry Panama.
Yeah.
Ships Registry Liberia. I don't know.
But a lot of the, it says like 100, I think, or more passengers tried to file the lawsuit, but I guess they didn't provide a notice of personal injury claim within 185 days. So it was simply dismissed.
Oh, really?
Look, it's in the fine print, as you said.
What did Carnival do to make it right for the poop? Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but apparently they gave free booze out while they were on the boat. So
which is the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
That's one of the reveals in the poop cruise.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I
just read a whole thing on it.
They rolled out the cases of the free booze. Well, so this person says that the documentary fails to capture what a horror it actually was. So I got to believe there's a lot of horror in this new Netflix documentary, Poop Cruise.
Here's the thing about these documentaries.
And folks, I'm not making that. That's the actual name of the documentary. It's Netflix. It's called Trainwreck Poop Cruise.
On these documentaries, they have a lot of file footage, and they only talk to like 4 or 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't talk to, 50 people on a lot of these documentaries. So, a lot of these passengers are probably left off, left out.
Yeah.
It's the focus of the upcoming Netflix documentary, Trainwreck, released on June 24th, a couple of days ago. But one passenger, Tay Redford, 24, has watched the trailer and is hurt. Now a bakery owner from Enid, Oklahoma. She was just 12 years old when the ship lost power, leaving passengers in darkness, surrounded by sewage and struggling for basic necessities.
Do you want to know where the poop cruise is now?
Hold that thought. She recalls the fear and chaos vividly, saying Carnival didn't offer meaningful support after the ordeal. Gripped by long-term trauma, Tay worries the documentary doesn't represent survivors' voices and vows never to cruise again. I've only seen the trailer, but what I've seen, it doesn't even scratch the surface. It's just Carnival workers telling the story. I think there were some passengers in that trailer. She added that it's really hard watching the documentary come out and seeing all these people making money from it. To me, it feels like they're profiting off somebody that deeply was affected and traumatized.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a break.
Yeah, calm down, poop cruise lady.
Yeah, February 10th, 2013 is when the Carnival Triumph had their engine room fire off the coast of Mexico after a flexible fuel oil return line failed, spraying fuel onto a hot surface and severely damaging the ship's generators. Knocked out the main power and propulsion, leaving over 4,000 passengers and crew adrift in the Gulf of Mexico for 4 days. All right, so, hey, where's this renamed Carnival cruise ship now?
The renamed poop cruise leaves out of
If you can see me now, I'm covered with feces.
We have those songs.
They need
Kathy Lee.
They need to bring Kathy Lee back to do yeah.
If you could see me now, pooping on the cruise, drinking free booze, and pooping all over you.
Yeah. All right, so where does the renamed, it used to be the Carnival Triumph, they renamed it to the, what did you say, Sunrise?
Yeah, it ports out of Miami or docks out of Miami.
Yeah.
And it just literally goes around Cuba. And right now it's in the Caribbean Sea, kind of going between.
It looks like they stop in the Cayman Islands. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cayman Islands, it stops in Jamaica, so it leaves Miami, and it heads southeast. It goes around the eastern tip of Cuba. Oh, they ought to stop in Haiti and, have a gang warfare warlord experience. What's the excursion in Port-au-Prince?
Haiti is
get shot by warlords.
That's a poop cruise on land.
It is. Yeah, that is a bleep show over in Haiti right now. And then it stops in Jamaica, and then it hits Grand Cayman. And then it loops back around the western end of Cuba, then back through the Florida Straits, and then goes back to Miami. Well, there you have it. All right, so an update on the poop cruise. 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. I've got a great pile of early morons in the news next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM at 6:34. How'd you like 10% off and the best garage door company in town? Well, it's yours. You can have your cake and eat it too. It's Banco. You know, you hear me talk about Banco garage door, service and installation. The slogan that they have is real. It's, not just, a bunch of hollow words. You can bank on the best. You can bank on Banco. And Banco Doors is the best garage door company in the Tampa Bay area, bar none. They've been around for over 40 years. This is a family-run operation, and they're just great. They do all the garage door work in my house. Don't get sucked in by a garage door company where, the upsell is in, try to put additional parts in, try to, get a jam up the average ticket price on what you charge the customer. That doesn't happen with Banco. It does happen with some other garage door companies out there. And, listen, I have a neighbor that went through a nightmare with another big garage door company. If you need service, folks, you want Banco. Banko. Mention me, MJ. Get 10% off. You need a new opener. You need a new garage door, curb appeal, hurricane rated, or just regular service because your spring broke. You call Banco. BancoDoors.com and tell them that MJ sent you. The law group run by Stacy Kemp is the Kemp Law Group, and they are here for you. I mean, it's dramatic. I mean, you're sitting at a red light or you're just driving to work and some schmuck just barrels right into you. I mean, that happens. You got property damage. Your neck is all twisted. Your back is all frigged out. What do? Well, you call 911. Hopefully you're conscious. And then second call, you got to call the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. Make sure you've got the legal team that has the experience of dealing with those vultures, those other lawyers on the other side representing the person that smashed into you. Make sure evidence is preserved. Make sure they can maximize your recovery for lost income, for pain and suffering, for just your life being turned upside down. Kemp Law Group, accident or fall, you call Kemp Law, kemplaw.com. Tell them MJ sent you. Morons in the news next.
We have some
Michelle, early Morons in the News is on just a weird collection of just local idiocy that I've kind of collected over the last couple of days, and I just haven't gotten to some of these. So I want to kind of lightning round just some local moron stories. I mean, these are really, right around here or not far away. So first one we have is Polk County. A guy started to draw a bath in a stranger's home after he had a fight with his wife.
Okay, hold on.
Say what?
Say the whole thing again.
All right, a guy prepares a bath in a stranger's home because he had a fight with his wife. So goes into somebody else's house to take a bath. In Polk County. In Davenport. Yeah. A guy was taken into custody. He was found getting ready to take a bath in a stranger's house, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. This was in a home north of Davenport in Polk County. The homeowner wasn't going to be around for a while, so he asked his neighbor to bear the responsibility of watching over the house. The neighbor did a fantastic job, too, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office release. In fact, the neighbor spotted lights going on and off in the house one night, prompting the neighbor to contact the sheriff's office.
That's a pretty good home watcher.
As a result, deputies responded to the home where they found a man identified only as Joe cooking and filling up the tub for a bath. Joe identified himself and admitted that not only did he not have permission to be there, but he had no idea who actually owned the house. Joe identified himself and admitted that he had no permission to be there.
Come on, Joe.
Joe explained that he'd gotten into a fight with his wife and didn't want to go home, so instead he burgled somebody else's home. What? Joe.
Isn't that what the bars and hotels are for, right?
Yeah.
Joe north of Davenport. That's phenomenal. All right, then Newport Richie. A 77-year-old woman was arrested for roughing up a teenager, making the teenager read a sign at the apartment complex. Say what? Probably like one of those rule signs, no skateboarding, no loitering. But this is Newport Richie, a 77-year-old woman was arrested, happened last week, grabbed a teenager by the collar.
I'll grab you by the collar. What an old person move.
Trying to make him read an apartment complex sign.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a 14-year-old kid, told the Newport Richie police that he was in a shaded area of the apartment complex. And that's when Cynthia Astle.
Man.
What an Astle.
No kidding.
That's when Cynthia Astle.
Whole family of Astles.
Came up to him. Who's the biggest Astle?
Which one?
Cynthia's husband.
Yeah.
Big Astle.
Big Astle.
Big Astle. Big Astle.
Yeah, at a family reunion, I'm just surrounded by Astles.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like an Astle fest.
It's like an Astle convention.
Yeah, it was like room full of Astles. All right, so according to the 14-year-old, Cynthia Astle began screaming at him and asking him, which apartment complex do you live in? And you don't belong in this one. And then the report says that Cynthia, 77 years old, this Astle, grabbed the collar of his T-shirt against his will and yanked him toward the sign that showed the rules for the apartment complex. Oh, that's like a total condo commando, action.
That's like a classic rock song.
Oh, yeah.
Sign says, old lady Astle, grab my shirt collar.
Trying to do the song Signs?
Sign says. Everywhere there's signs.
Signs everywhere. The signs, yeah.
77-year-old ladies.
Yeah, there was an original of that, and then there was a remake by like one of the hair bands from the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, Tesla did the remake. Yeah, the 5-man, Andrew's giving me the, so the 5-man electrical band did the original signs everywhere there's signs.
That's what the old lady was singing to him.
And then Tesla, back in the 80s, they redid Signs, which was kind of a top 40 hit.
The sign said all trespassers will be shot on sight.
There you go. The sign said all trespassers will be shot on sight.
Listen to me, you long-haired freaky people.
Yeah.
We don't want your kind around here. You look like a fine, upstanding young man. Yes, you do.
Why you morphing it to Cajun Fester?
Well, you know.
This is an apartment complex in Newport Richie.
I mean, people in Newport Richie sound like that, too.
No, they don't.
Especially if your name is Astle.
Exactly.
Did you know Astle's a Cajun name?
So it's not.
It's Cajun for anus.
So Newport Richie police said that they noticed that the 14-year-old's collar was all stretched out.
Yeah, you can't yank a kid's T-shirt.
And try getting that collar back to normal.
Oh,
no, that's
true.
That's a nightmare. That's ruined. That collar's wrecked. Yeah. So she grabbed him by the T-shirt, made him read the sign after he was not listening to her.
What did the sign say?
It was the apartment complex rules.
What, no running?
Yeah, exactly.
No trespassing.
Yeah, all that. So it was a whole rules list. I don't have a picture of the sign.
She said he didn't belong in there. That was the deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What it said like something like, what apartment complex do you live? You don't belong here.
Yeah.
And then grabbed them by the collar, by the T-shirt, and yanked them to the apartment rules.
Such an old person move.
The
collar. Look at this.
We don't want your kind around here.
Yeah.
You youngins.
Yeah. So
wrecking the place.
The 77-year-old granny was arrested and charged with child abuse, according to the Newport Richie Police Department.
All right.
And she was taken to jail.
I mean, this little teenager's just sitting in the shade over there, not doing anything,
I mean,
right?
Was he doing it? Was he doing nothing, or was he like up to shenanigans? Did he look suspicious? And the old lady.
I don't have.
He says he's sitting in the shade.
Yeah, I don't have any details of shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right. And then here comes this Cynthia Astle.
Like all her life, she's fine. And at 77, she's going to be charged with child abuse.
Now.
Yeah. Not even her kid.
I mean, if she gets a year in jail, that could be life for her.
Yeah.
All right. So, if she gets what, a month in jail?
2 days.
A month in jail could be a life sentence for her.
I mean, is it worth it trespassing a little teenager sitting in the shade? Come on.
All right. Then we've got a Clearwater story. I told you, I've got a whole collection of local wacko morons in the news stories. Then we have a guy that stole an American flag and the POW MIA flag from a post office in Clearwater, then walked across the street to a gas station parking lot and lit them on fire. Yeah, that's where you want to light things on fire, in a gas station parking lot.
Did he use the gas as an accelerant?
Yeah. Why don't you do it in a tent that they're selling fireworks for the 4th of July? No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
The suspect was identified as 24-year-old Jose Vargas, who was also acting aggressively at traffic. So what was it, like in the middle of the road, threatening to punch vehicles as they went by? And then he was yelling apparently incoherently in Espanol.
Okay.
And then used a cigarette lighter to light both flags on fire in the gas station parking lot at the corner of Belcher and Gulf to Bay.
You'd think Mr. Vargas would want to lay low and not draw extra attention to himself right now.
What gas station do they have on the corner of Belcher and Gulf to Bay?
I'll have to look it up. My Belcher map isn't up to speed.
Yeah, I wonder, there might be multiple gas stations. But I guess there's a post office right over there. And Gulf to Bay?
Hello. Hello, MJ. You know who taught me how to burp talk? You know who the greatest... You remember who the greatest burp talker of all time was?
Your mother.
Martin Giles.
Oh, Martin Giles?
Oh, yeah. He's like, you have to swallow the air and then let it out at a slow pace while you're
So this happened at the corner of and Gulf to Bay.
I understand Belcher is a name of people.
Hey, listen,
there's a tribe of people named the Belchers.
You got the morning dude on Channel 13.
Charlie Belcher.
You got Charlie.
I'm sure they're a fine group of people with a long, proud heritage, but do you have to name the street after them?
Reporting from Pinellas Park, I'm Charlie.
We're on the corner of Belcher Road and Diarrhea Drive. It's the grossest thing I've ever seen.
Andrew just took a call. It's a Wawa, apparently. So there's a Wawa in that corner. But what's going on, man? Just a whole bunch of just whacked out morons. Then, where was this? This is not local. The Department of Homeland Security says a man was being arrested by a Border Patrol agent, then attacked the agent with a weed whacker. So are we to assume it was like a lawn service guy? A lawn service guy was approached by the Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection? Or,
I guess, man.
Then the dude attacks the officer with a weed whacker. Yeah, landscaper Narcisco Barranco was arrested. This was Santa Ana, California. No criminal record. He had applied for citizenship. Well, son, attacking the border guy with a weed whacker is probably not the best course of action. I'm just offering up an exploit.
Whatever your case is, good luck with it.
Yeah.
This probably made it worse.
Yeah. What if it was an electric weed whacker or a gas powered?
There's a big difference.
Yeah, I guess most lawn guys probably use gas powered. Yeah, gas powered. Or how are the battery powered weed whackers? They any good?
For what you're trying to do around the house, they're great.
Right.
And you don't have to mix. I have a battery whacker and no fuel to fart with. Your garage doesn't smell like a big refinery.
Why does a person at Walmart call the cops on themselves? What happens to a person at Walmart? They're doing an action at Walmart and they call the cops. So what was it? I'm going to tell. This is a crazy story as well. I don't understand. People are nuts. People are out of their freaking minds. All right, that's coming up in just a minute. So hang on. 7 o'clock hour starts next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. You don't want to miss the next segment. Trust me on this. Hey, Zero Res wants you to know that there are days left in the scheduled special 15% off sale, which runs until the end of the month. So this is your opportunity to get 15% off everything with Zero Res. And, of course, Zero Res. They are the best carpet cleaners around, air duct cleaners, 15% off. You want rooms cleaned in your house because the carpet is nasty and dirty and stained? 15% off. You want to get your air ducts cleaned? Have they ever been cleaned? What kind of filth and muck and dust and all kinds of crud are up in your air ducts that you're breathing in when the air conditioning comes on? Get your air ducts cleaned. 15% off. Upholstery, area rugs, grout, tile cleaning, everything. All services from ZeroResTampaBay.com. 15% off, scheduled to end on Monday, on June 30th. So hurry and get 15% off everything. Go to ZeroResTampaBay.com. The phone number's on the website. Call them up. Tell them MJ sent you, or you can even book online. But always tell Zero Res that MJ sent you. ZeroResTampaBay.com. You know what else is coming to an end? It's the amazing 0.0% finance offer at IDC. It is almost done. That's going to end on Monday. So time is running out. And if you put this off, you got to act now, especially the guys out there that want to, maybe juice up the diamond, get something lovely, maybe an engagement ring. It's that time of the year for many people. So if you put this off, don't let it expire. You have until Monday to get 0% financing for 5 years. Maybe it's time to pop the question. Maybe big anniversary. Hey, big anniversary for Michelle and me today. So now is the time. You can make any purchase and spread your payments out over 5 years with an unheard of 0.0% interest rate till the year 2030. Hurry. You don't pay interest, only principal payments. This is the time to buy jewelry, folks, especially the quality that IDC has and the diamond selection unmatched by anybody in the state. IDC, International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. And tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic's on. MJ Morning Show back in just a second. 6:57. Shriners on.
We have...
MJ Morning Show. So why would a guy at Walmart self-checkout call the cops essentially on himself? Yeah, weird freaking story. Also, I keep seeing stories that Walmart is taking out all the self-checkouts. Not at the Walmarts I go to. There's still self-checkout at the complex store at 275 in Dale Mabry. That war zone. They still have multiple self-checkout lines.
I think it's part of like the master plan over the course of like many years.
All right. Well, if you get like the handbook on the master plan, please read some passages from that. So this dude's at Walmart, right? And he has a scanning problem. And what are you laughing at, Michelle?
Oh, sorry.
I just got a wildly inappropriate text message that was regarding your wife, and I share it with her. I mean, I have no secrets from Michelle.
What do you mean you got a wildly inappropriate text message involving my wife?
You know what? I characterized it wrong. Inappropriate's not the right word. Unsolicited, certainly.
Yeah.
But I get all kinds of unsolicited things. It says, between you, me, and the fence post. And I don't know who sent this. It's a 503 area code. Michelle looks different this morning, like a sexy different. No wonder you flirt with her.
It's a 503 area code?
Yeah.
Where's 503?
Is that?
I think it's new. Isn't that New? It's like New Hampshire, isn't it?
Is it
503 area code?
503. I thought it was like Louisiana. Oregon.
Yeah. Oh, Oregon.
Okay, Oregon. So an Oregon area code is telling me between you, me, and the fence post, Michelle looks different this morning, like sexy different. No.
Hold on. Someone texted you this?
Yeah, is it right here on my text?
Hey, let me see this.
Yeah.
let me see this. Hang on a minute.
So.
Yeah.
See? 503.
Yeah.
You want to call this guy and have words with him for calling your old lady sexy on her anniversary?
You know what? Damn right.
Oh, no.
Damn right I will.
You think they're here or they're in Oregon?
I don't know.
Actually, it's 508. You said 503. What, do you need to get your eyes checked?
I must. Is it 508? What?
Hey, Andrew. Pick up line 1 and see if this clown's available to talk.
Clown?
Yeah.
He's an observant, loyal listener.
Yeah, 508. Oh, someone just texted, hey, what's up, MJ? Because they know that I have your phone now.
Yeah, right.
I just saw a text come in, hey, what's up, MJ?
I mean, if you want to talk to the man directly, now's your time, people.
Yeah. Go get him, MJ. Oh, Andrew says the phone's still ringing. Oh, so this 508 area code person will... Oh, now it's going to voicemail.
Okay.
Oh, so they don't have the balls to pick up the phone?
I guess not.
Oh, so they'll send a text, but they won't pick up the phone. All right, let's do rule of twos. I'll call them back. All right, hang on a minute. Yeah, 508 is Massachusetts. 1-508-466-2. I ought to just give out the damn phone numbers. What I ought to do. All right, hang on a minute. Come on, man. You're obviously listening. Pick up the phone. Don't be a coward. Pick up the phone. You're hitting on my wife. All right, do you have it? Is it still ringing? All right, Andrew is waiting for them to pick up. Come on, pick up the phone. Come on, tough guy. Come on, smart guy. Pick up the phone, Mr. 508. Yeah.
Oh, they don't want to go on with us?
Yeah.
I'd like to say thank you.
Oh, the I Love Turtles guy just texted.
Yeah.
Oh, all these. Oh, somebody said obviously a masshole. Because if it's a 508 area code, it's Massachusetts, right. So they must be a masshole. Unless they have a burner phone, and if you buy a burner phone, you can choose any area code you want. You know, you just you put in the zip code, right, of where the phone's going to be used, and it gives you an area code. You know, in that zip code. So
I'm not into buying burner phones, so.
Oh man, I'm just Fester. You got tons of texts coming in. All these folks want to talk to me because they know that I'm holding Fester's phone right now, I can see the texts come in.
You could reply back to him.
Yeah. Anyway, here's your phone.
Because I think Fester does reply to all the texts.
I try to throw it.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Let me find the original.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the original. Here we go. Between you and me and the fence post, Michelle looks different this morning. Like a sexy different. No wonder you flirt with her. That's what this creepo in 508 wrote.
And to be clear, I flirt with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was special.
Nope.
What is 508? Like,
You're not.
yeah, Boston's what, 607, right? Yeah, I think Boston's like, is it 607 for Boston? What's the Boston area code? So
I don't know.
Yeah, so he's 508 is probably a Western Massachusetts masshole, like Pittsfield or something, or it is Eastern. Yes. It's Worcester. Okay, so 508's like Worcester, so it's not Western Massachusetts.
Well, it's all Cape Cod too, huh?
Let me go back to my damn Walmart story.
Sorry.
I mean, you interrupted me, man. Walmart shopper calls cops on himself because he accidentally put in 999 avocados at checkout. What the hell are you doing? You know, when you buy produce, it's like how many? If the produce is not by the pound, it'll ask you how many. You know, you go to the supermarket, you pick up some cucumbers. Maybe the cucumbers are 89 cents each. And then it asks you how many. You type in one and you're done. So this guy apparently intended to purchase 9 avocados, ended up putting in 999 as he was buying
avocados from Mexico.
Right. And why are there no avocados from Florida? I mean, we have the climate to grow avocado. Listen.
Well, they have Florida avocados, but they're just shaped much differently. They're not the Hass avocado. You've never seen Florida avocados?
No.
They're like 3 times the size.
Oh, is that the jumbo one?
I've never bought one.
I haven't either.
So why can't we grow the Hass? It's Haas, right?
Yeah.
Why the hell can't we grow Hass avocados in Florida? Oh, look what Fester just brought. Florida's known for its avocado production. Well, then why do all the freaking avocados seem to come from Mexico? Why is there a freaking jingle that says
avocados from Mexico?
Why?
That's a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Over 50 varieties of Florida avocados? I've never seen one freaking variety, let alone 50.
Okay, so they look like this. They look smoother, and they're kind of like a more pale in color, and they're a little shinier.
How do they taste?
I don't know. I mean, they look identical on the inside according to the Google images. I've never purchased one. I've always purchased Hass avocados.
Yeah, the Hass avocados have a complexion like that actor Olmos's face.
Yeah.
That James, you know what I'm talking about?
So here are the two side by side. The Florida avocado is like 3 times the size.
Or Tulsi Gabbard. No, she's got some rough skin. I mean,
she's smooth other places.
Yeah.
Faster.
I'm a Tulsi fan back.
You like the skunk streak going on in the hair, don't you?
A good look for her.
Anyway,
I
so
liked her before that,
a Walmart worker told the story on Reddit. The guy was buying 9 avocados, accidentally inputted 999 avocados at self-checkout, and the total jumped to over $1,300. The worker says the customer wrongly assumed Walmart was trying to rob him. So he called the cops.
Come on, man.
He does an input error. He thinks he's putting in 9. It ends up with 999. He thinks that Walmart is trying to rip him off. So he calls the cops?
This guy obviously has other issues.
What a schmuck. I mean, you call the Walmart attendant and then have them just correct it.
9 avocados. That's a lot of guac.
Yeah, he's buying 9 avocados. The worker says the customer thought that Walmart was trying to rob him, so he called the cops. Wrote on Reddit, this dude creates a whole circus, then shows everyone the self-checkout screen. When police realized what happened, they reportedly told the shopper that he needed to leave or they were going to arrest him for trespassing. How about abuse of the 911 system?
I mean, they gave him an opportunity to leave.
Mm-hmm.
What a schmuck. The customer reportedly refused and said he needed to be compensated by Walmart for the pain and suffering that he had to endure. What a joker. Yeah. Anyway, the cops that he called ended up putting him in handcuffs and took him outside. Man, if you work retail, the volume of people that come in, you've got the worst, man. You see just a little bit of everything. Oh, man. What a clown. Unbelievable. Hey, Fester, you might be interested in this. I'm not.
Okay.
Because I'm a purist.
Okay.
I'm a total purist, man.
You're Lily White.
Lay's has a new potato chip flavor based on the ultimate comfort food. First of all, if we did a list of the ultimate comfort foods, if we took phone calls, we would have 200 different ultimate comfort foods.
Are we talking about like a dinner type comfort food or like a comfort food like dessert?
Just pick off the top of your head. What's your favorite comfort food?
I think it'd be like a meatloaf.
Really?
I mean, I think a comfort food. I think of like a dinner.
and mashed potatoes.
Meatloaf, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Maybe,
No, just one food.
Well, it'd be one dish.
Yeah,
So
meatloaf.
Meatloaf dinner.
Yeah.
It'd be meatloaf with mashed potatoes and you know, maybe like a corn or something.
Kraft mac and cheese.
Kraft mac and cheese would fall in that category.
See, I would go with a pasta, like just a penne and a marinara or something.
Yeah. But then if you're talking about like dessert comfort food,
well,
that's a different story.
we have
ice cream.
Lay's is coming out with a new comfort food flavored potato chip. And this is where I'm a purist. I'll get into this in a second. A smoky, savory chip has just won the Lay's biggest flavor contest. And there's been, I guess, months of taste testing and voting. Bacon grilled cheese has been named the winner of the Lay's annual Do Us a Flavor competition. Hey, you want to do us a flavor?
It's pretty funny.
It beat Valentina and Lime and wavy Korean-style fried chicken. So bacon grilled cheese sandwich. I hate all these flavors. I don't. Even the old standbys like barbecue potato chips, I don't need it. I don't want it. What are the ranch? What are the different the chive and
salt and vinegar?
You know what?
Pickle flavored ones now.
Listen, just stop. I just want a great potato chip with a great normal potato flavor.
Yeah, I mean, I buy the cheddar bag.
The sour cream and onion and I don't want any of that crap. I want Michelle.
Yeah,
you're the same way. I don't think you eat other potato chip flavors.
You don't let this man speak for you about what kind of potato chips you like?
I'll say.
Like, so you wouldn't like a Cool Ranch Dorito?
No, I want a normal Dorito. I
used to eat a bag of those a day.
No, I do not want Cool Ranch Doritos. So when it comes to my snack chips, I'm more of a purist. I want a regular, great potato, original flavor potato chip.
I want it crunchy and lightly salted.
Doritos. I want the regular nacho cheese original flavor.
Okay, but see, that's a nacho cheese flavored chip.
Right.
So why are you accepting that?
Because that was the original
variety.
variety.
But that was just a riff on potato chips, really.
No. It's a corn chip.
Right,
So
but
it's not a riff up.
But it is. It's a flavored corn chip. Why don't you want just a regular flavored corn chip with a plain flavored corn chip?
I like those as well.
Okay, but now you like Doritos, which is a riff on a tortilla chip, whatever.
Doritos, it was its own original product. So I like the
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I like the original.
So you want every brand to come up with their own original flavor and market it as their own original standalone flavor, and then you'll go, "Oh, that's a standalone thing," and I'll take it.
They already do that. They already have their own.
No. You're saying that Doritos came up with that, and like it was its own original standalone thing.
You're talking about, Michelle, like Frito corn chips. That's like just salted corn chip.
I don't even know what those are.
You love Fritos.
I'm just telling you, I just want a regular potato chip, okay? I don't want a Lay's bacon grilled cheese flavored potato chip. I want a good regular potato chip.
You also don't want an orange car.
That would be true.
Okay, so I mean,
what if a company had the original orange car?
Hey, what color? What color were the original cars?
Is this a quiz?
Yes. What color were the original cars? Henry Ford said
purple.
Henry Ford said you can have
any color you want.
As long as it's black.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Right, so,
I like my cars like I like my coffee.
And guess what? What color is our car right now?
Is it black?
It is.
You're just so like limiting yourself over there. I mean, some of these potato chips are very tasty.
I don't want flavored potato chips. I want a great potatoey original potato flavor.
They already have the cheese powder to put on it. They have the bacon powder. Now they're bringing two great forces together.
Right. Fester, I get the one that's like cracked pepper, something. It looks like it's Cape Cod-ish on the package. It looks very inviting.
Miss Vicky's or the Cape Cod brand.
It's not Miss Vicky's.
Yeah.
It's the other one.
We have an issue with Miss
It's very tasty.
Yeah.
You like it. You eat it.
The Cape Cod?
Yeah, when I buy them, you eat them. You don't have a problem with it.
I think our favorite potato chips, though, are that Route 11 out of Virginia.
Okay.
And you don't find those in the stores here.
No, it's a small micro.
Yeah. Micro chippery.
Yeah.
But they make a bunch of flavors, I think.
It's a micro chippery.
All right.
Anyway, so Fester, I thought that would capture your attention.
It does.
Bacon grilled cheese.
It sounds tasty.
Yeah.
You like
potato chips from Lay's.
A cheese and bacon chip?
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
They've come out with worse flavors.
Yeah.
And then you see like the flavors they have like overseas, and it's like, squid and vomit. And I go, oh, God, who eats this stuff? They have some really funky flavors around the world. They really do. I mean, it's like, ugh, this is yuck.
All right, Andrew wants me to take line 4.
All right.
Lisa. Lisa, where are you calling from, Lisa? Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I'm calling from Lakeland.
Oh, well, Lisa from Lakeland, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. What can we do for you this morning?
I just wanted to wish you and Michelle a happy anniversary.
Aww.
Today is also my anniversary, 25 years.
Well, happy anniversary to you.
Yeah, we got you beat because we're 31 years
31.
today.
I heard yesterday. I know. I heard it yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful blessing. So congratulations.
We were married on June 26th, 1994. So last year was like more of a milestone, 30 years. Today is 31 years, like big whoop, 31.
So is Lisa, what are you doing to celebrate tonight?
We're probably just going to go out to dinner somewhere.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah. Last year we were in Hawaii because that's where I'm from. So we did our 24th wedding anniversary. We renewed our vows.
Oh, that's awesome. Which island are you from?
Oahu.
Oh, you're from Oahu. Yeah. So I've been to most of the islands. I've even been 100 feet off of Niihau, if you know where that is.
Really? I do.
Yeah.
Know.
I couldn't step
That's
foot.
fantastic.
I could not step foot on Niihau because you have to be like invited or a native. But
Right.
I've scuba dived Niihau like twice, and it's phenomenal diving with the the monk seals down there. Hey, listen, and I'm a shave ice fanatic. Are you?
Are you? I am. Yes.
Hey, so I have my own Fuji Marca shave ice machine, which is the actual machine that most of the shave ice stands in Hawaii use.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have my own at home. I just got an order of syrup from Hawaii. I just had my new syrup concentrate sent in, and I make. And did you know you're in Lakeland, right?
Yes.
Ululani is a famous shave ice stand from Maui, and they're franchising. And apparently, Ululani's just opened up a franchise location in Seminole, right here in Pinellas County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have not been yet,
fantastic.
but I do plan to try to, because I like Ululani's. I used to go to the Michelle and I have been to the Lahaina location, which burned down in that awful fire. So, hey, listen, happy anniversary, Lisa.
Thank you, MJ and Michelle.
Mahalo.
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 Mahalo. Aloha.
Also, if you ever get to Kauai, Hamora's Saimin in Lihue is I love Saimin as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I do too.
This is really
I
a
do too.
podcast.
All right,
The last time I was in Kauai, I think I was in the Girl Scouts.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the last time.
Yeah.
You guys should exchange
All right.
numbers.
Lisa, have a great day.
Okay, you too. Thank you so much.
And happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Thank you.
You know what? Just because she called and she's Hawaiian,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make a poo-poo platter for you tonight for poi, poo-poo platter, whatever.
Don't threaten her with a good
All
time.
right. Yeah, 7:21.
The food.
7:21.
Never mind. I apologize.
Oh, Andrew says we have an anonymous Lay's employee on hold. I guess hey, Andrew, tell him to hold on because I got to take the break. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. So you don't want to miss it. So we have a Lay's employee that wants to talk to us. Oh, you know what I have? I've got the trigger phrases. So there are harmless phrases that can trigger people. So if you're insecure or if you know insecure people, I've got the list of phrases that will trigger the living bleep out of them. Oh, and you're not going to believe this. My license set to be suspended again on July 7th. What the hell is going? Oh, you're not. I was on the phone for like 2.5 hours yesterday. What the living F is going on with my driver's license? All right, hold on. That and a whole lot more next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hey, Veterans Ford wants you to know you need to hurry to take advantage of the Ford employee pricing. It ends next week. It's July 4th. That's when Ford employee pricing is going to end. Remember, it was supposed to be June, I think early June. They extended it to July 4th. Hurry. Take advantage of buying a Ford at employee prices before this expires. What car, truck, or SUV do you want? You go to Veterans Ford, you walk in, you say, hey, MJ sent me, the MJ Morning Show sent me here to Veterans Ford, and get employee pricing. Don't let this slip through your fingers. If you're even thinking about buying a vehicle, pull the trigger now. And you want to do it at Veterans Ford because they will treat you so well. Their service department is top notch. Just everything about Veterans Ford. If you need a good Ford service department, it's Veterans Ford. At Linebaugh on the Veterans Expressway, tell them that MJ sent you. Looking for a good moving company? It goes without saying. You should know this by now, folks. It's 2collegebrothers.com. Now, don't get the name confused with some other, college guys. You want 2collegebrothers.com. Remember, you've got the others, then you have the brothers. 2collegebrothers.com will move you perfectly. 'Tis the season. A lot of folks moving. If you are getting quotes now, you got to call 2 College Brothers. Let them give you a quote. Their numbers are solid, but you're going to get an experience that is top-notch. You're going to have highly trained, highly background-checked individuals. They will wrap all your furniture. They will handle everything delicately. If you mention me, MJ, they'll even give you free moving boxes. They'll bring them to your front door. It's 2collegebrothers.com, the smartest move you'll ever make. Money-wise, got a hot tip for you. If you are in retirement mode, or maybe you're still 10 years out, 5 years out, you got to get a hold of the Hollands, Steve and Elizabeth Holland. Get written plans for your retirement planning and your investment strategy. When you stop working, your paycheck runs out. Make sure you have investment income to replace that paycheck, to have the retirement you've always dreamed of, so you don't have a nightmare retirement where you're having to go back to work maybe, or you're eating dented cans of cat food from Family Dollar. Folks, you got to have a plan. Get a second opinion. When's the last time you had your plan looked over? That's where Steve Holland and the second opinion comes in. Make sure you're on the right trajectory. Make sure you have tax planning intermingled. You have to have a tax strategy. Go to askthehollands.com and tell them MJ sent you. Traffic's on at 7:25. Here's Shriner, MJ Morning Show, back in a minute. product. Just give me the regular, standard, regular potato Lay's potato chips. I can eat those. I like those. Hang on, let me grab line 2. Hi, good morning. It is MJ, and you're a Lay's potato chip employee?
Yes, I'm a driver. I stock the shelves.
Oh, yeah, you're the guy that I see in the parking lot, and you wheel in all of the bags of snack chips to stock up the supermarkets.
That would be me. But let me start out. I love the show. I love all you guys. It's great. But
Thank
MJ, you must have lost your mind.
Why have I lost my mind?
You started out saying in the last segment that we don't have a plain, just potato-flavored potato chip.
No, I did. No, absolutely.
No, you play it back. You said, "Oh, I wish I could just have a plain potato chip."
Well, but
you did say that.
I tell you that there's probably 2 feet of yellow bags that are just the Lay's original.
I know.
And then there's another probably 1.5 feet of the red bag of wavy original chips.
Hold on. What's your name again?
I'm going by anonymous.
Oh, that's right.
I don't want my boss to know.
Okay.
But he is schooling you, buddy.
No, wait a minute. Of course I know that Lay's. I said that, though. I said I want the original regular Lay's potato chip. That's
You made it sound like we don't have one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I don't.
You go, Lay's anonymous employee.
I don't agree with that. I believe I was very clear that I will eat the.
You're never clear. You're never clear.
You're right.
Oh,
He's not. Rarely is he ever clear.
I'm getting attacked by the potato chip man on my anniversary. Wait a minute. Hold on. Anonymous Chip Man. I'm just going to call you Chip.
Hey, Chip.
Okay.
Your name is Chip. All right. So, Chip, what do you mean I'm never clear? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, when you talk about things, you kind of mumble and you drag on. It takes you like 5 minutes to get to the point of something.
Oh, God, this guy's shredding me.
Yeah,
there you go.
You're right. You're right.
But here, I want to tell you something fun.
Do you want me to quit? Hey, Chip, do you want me to just...
No,
do
don't quit. I love the show.
I love that. The guy's ripping me apart.
See, that's MJ's go-to move. He's like, you want me just to leave? If you don't like me, you want me to leave? Because he doesn't take any criticism or grows from it.
All right, Chip the Chip Man, what do you want to say? Last thing. Go ahead.
Well, I used to work for a grocery chain in another state.
Yeah.
And they used to make us tape the labels back under the cans. I used to take cat food labels and tape them on tuna fish cans.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is awful.
I know.
People bought cans of tuna and they were eating cat food?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
What do
you know what? I think that'll buy you federal time these days.
Yeah.
That's like food tampering.
You're better off going with anonymous because now the government wants you.
All right. Great show. Keep going.
All right. Thank you, Anonymous.
I'm sure anybody who knows you has no idea who you are right now.
What the hell?
I'm going by anonymous because I don't want anybody to know my voice.
My voice will not be recognized by anybody.
Because I have a very undistinct voice and mannerisms.
It's like Joe Average voice.
Yes. Very.
I sound like this, and I stock the snack chips. No one will know who I am. My boss will not know who I am.
I have a Lay's route somewhere in the greater Tampa Bay area.
And no one will know who I am. I don't want my boss to know it's me.
Anonymous.
Yeah, I'm sure you really had a mask on.
That wasn't me,
You
boss.
really disguised yourself.
Boss, that wasn't me. I heard the caller too. He went by anonymous. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, must work for Wise potato chips.
Hey, you wise guy?
Are those still around, Wise? Or Wise? Remember Wise potato chips?
I think they are. I just don't see them.
Yeah,
They're
not
in
as
my line of
much.
sight.
Yeah.
All right.
When I was growing up, it was like always Wise. Even before Lay's, I think back when I was a little kid, I think it was like Wise.
I think they have like the blue bag, right?
Yeah,
Or
and
the-
with
or
the
like the
with
green
the
bag.
with the owl eye. Yeah. 7:34 at the MJ Morning Show. So I have the list of what we think are harmless comments that will trigger people that are like sensitive, snowflakes, insecure individuals. So you want to avoid these comments to people because you could trigger them and they could have a mental meltdown. All right, just a heads up. And I'm going to go through these quickly because there's a number of these things. Are you sure you can handle that?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, if you question somebody and you say, hey, are you sure you can handle that? Man, if they're insecure, you're going to flip them. They'll freak out. Number 2, you look a little wiped out. So you're saying that they look like haggard and they look all ruffled and wrinkled and, yeah, that'll freak people out.
I have a friend who does that. He's like, oh, man, you must be tired.
Oh.
You must be tired.
He says it to you?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you get up so early in the morning. You must be tired.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Third on the list. Are you planning on getting married? Ooh. Number 4. That's an interesting outfit. Is that? I don't think that affects men as much as women. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Oh, that's an interesting outfit.
I don't think the marriage line affects men as much as it does women either, but interesting is not a compliment.
No.
Next one. Oh, you've lost weight. Yeah, apparently if you're insecure, you don't want to hear that. Next, you've got a great smile. What if you smiled more?
Ew.
Yeah.
All right.
You've got a great smile. You need to smile more because that's kind of that's a round the back like, man, you got a sour freaking puss. Why don't you just put a smile on that face?
Yeah.
Instead of having a grouchy, growly, sour pussed face,
I'm of the belief that nobody is owed a smile. If you don't want to smile, don't smile.
What about this one? What about telling someone you're a sensitive soul? Is that like you can't handle anything?
Yeah.
And yeah. Next, aren't you too old for that? So if you're doing something and it's kind of a trigger.
I don't know. We say that to our kids.
That's a trigger point. Next, you're still at the same job? If you say that to somebody, man, that could cause them to melt down. Because that's sort of, these are like passive-aggressive things. It's what it's like. It's like the passive-aggressive checklist. Number 10, wow, I wish I had your life.
Oh, wow, I wish I had your life.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's problematic. I don't think that, why would that trigger somebody?
It's aggressive.
Uh-huh.
It's a passive-aggressive thing. Oh, it's like I saw like a commercial where like somebody's being real snotty to somebody who's saving money on their insurance. Oh, you have an extra $600 because you changed insurance carriers. Must be nice. I guess you're buying all the juice boxes for the soccer team.
Yeah.
It's just a passive-aggressive way to mock your success or
exactly.
petty jealousy.
What I was going to say is there are 2 ways to look at it. A real sincere, wow, you've got a great life. I wish I had it. Or the sarcastic is, wow, I wish I had your life. If you're not impressed with.
No. That's not a thing. I don't say to like hobos, oh, I wish I had your life.
Yeah.
I'm such a sarcastic guy.
No, I think you had it right the first time,
Yeah.
Bess.
I think we're at the end here. Last one, or is this second to last? Hang on. Second to last. I'm sorry, third to last. Wait a minute, maybe fourth to last.
Well, just keep going.
No, third. 3 more to go. Number 11, you're so brave for doing that.
Ooh.
Does that strike you as...
I mean, it depends the context. Like if I'm giving somebody a kidney, I'll take it.
Then, second to last, I could never do that.
Again, if I'm giving somebody a kidney, I'll take it.
Yeah, and then finally, you're just like your mother, or you're just like your father, or even a sibling. I don't know. Does that bother you at all, Michelle?
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to hear they're just like their parents. Like, everybody wants to have their own identity.
I think with sons, it might be a little different if you had a good relationship with the old man.
So these are the so-called harmless comments that people think they're making, and they could trigger and really put somebody that's insecure into a tailspin.
When I point out similarities between Allison and her mother, she doesn't receive it well.
Hey,
she doesn't?
Nah, she's like, what?
What? Fester,
I think she just wants to be her own mom.
I guess.
Fester, did you see the video of the American track athlete? And he has a malfunction, and all of his junk flies out during the sprint.
Was this like in the last 24 hours that it came out?
I saw the story yesterday.
I have consumed no media in the last 24 hours.
So it happened in the Czech Republic. There's some kind of an international track meet going on, and the runner is American. So he's from the U.S., a runner from America named Chris Robinson had an awful, awful wardrobe malfunction. He ran the 400-meter hurdles at the Ostrava Golden Spike meet in the Czech Republic on Tuesday. As he's running and jumping hurdles, his junk flies out of his shorts while he's running top speed. I mean, full freaking junk exposure.
I gotta say, they wear some skimpy shorts. I mean, I've seen some guys wear like a spandex short that kind of comes down like to mid-thigh. That would keep everything in there. But those old-style shorts, they were really skimpy and loose and had a lot of motion to them.
Oh, my God. He realized that his junk had flown out. It was at 48.05 seconds in the race, and it's online. You can go search for the videos. Fester's got watch. Hurdler suffers unfortunate wardrobe malfunction. Nearly costs him the win. He ended up winning the race. Oh, are you watching it? Do you see this thing?
Yeah, oh my God.
Tell us what you see. Describe it.
Oh, poor guy, as he jumps over the hurdle, his, stuff becomes dangling invisible, and he's still running. God bless him. And he's pulling his shorts down to cover it at the same time.
He's got to take his left arm. And
Yes.
when you're doing a 400-meter hurdle, your arms are part of your momentum. So he's got to use his left arm to like hold his junk.
I mean, you can see where he breaks his stride and he's covering himself.
Oh my gosh!
He's hurdling while he's holding his wang.
Tell you what, man.
Do they not wear like jock straps or something? I don't know.
Or some kind of container?
Spandex.
I've seen a lot of the guys. I feel like the Olympians now wear like tracks because they wear that track suit. It's like a onesie now.
Yes.
It's like very. But these guys are wearing like tank tops and just super, super thin nylon shorts.
It's unbelievable. The video's unbelievable. Just do a search if you want to see this. Just do a search for.
Okay, if you want to see some track athletes' junk fall out of his shorts, you're suggesting people to go find.
It's an educational and amazing. And listen, well, all respect to this guy.
You know what? Put it on the big screen in the office conference room today. You know what? We have the new big TV out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Let's put it up there.
Let's put it on loop in the lobby.
I've only found edited versions of it. Not that I'm going out of my way to see this guy's junk.
No, Michelle, what did you see?
Yeah, I got the full.
You got the full Monty right there.
Listen,
he's doing an interview with somebody, and so the full thing, it's all right there.
You got the full wang right in front of you.
You know what? When they give him the gold medal, put it on that.
Did he win? I didn't. It looked like a very close thing.
He won.
And he did a tumble at the end too.
Yeah, he did a little bit of a tumble to get across the finish line.
Look at him holding it. He's holding. He literally is holding his stuff in his shorts and wins the race and does a somersault at the end.
Exactly.
Listen.
I mean, that's talented.
If I'm going to win gold.
Oh my gosh, look at him.
You're going to give me gold medals.
Oh, it's a good shot right there.
Oh, yeah. As he's tumbling, the wang is flying even more.
Can't control that thing. He's got a mind of its own.
That's funny.
Good for him, though, that he won. I mean,
this isn't a three-legged race, man.
Hey, is there any chance that Jeff Bezos gets married today, Michelle, on our anniversary?
What time is it there?
It is like 5 or 6 hours ahead. I would guess. In Venice right now, I would guess it's probably 12:44 p.m.
So I guess there's still 12 more hours.
Time in Venice right now, not Venice, Florida. 1:43.
1:43.
All right, so it's 1:43 p.m. And didn't you read a story that Bezos was going to get married between like the 24th and the 26th, right?
Yeah, something like that. And it was 3 days of, fun. So 24, 25, 26. Today's the last day.
Yeah, I mean, this is the day. This is the evening of the nuptials.
Mm-hmm. I think it might be, Venice time, evening.
You're going to share a wedding anniversary with Bezos.
Is that crazy?
That's how he'll remember it.
And what's the deal? I mean,
yeah.
You got the whole celebrity list, but there was a story that popped out, and you said you're going to surprise me. Lauren Sanchez might have had some kind of big, blunder days before the wedding?
Oh, yeah, because, these hoity-toity fancy people, they have to have people like a crew come in and do their makeup and their hair. And I guess at the airport, people are monitoring what the signs say, like, receiving people to, ferry them to where they need to go.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There are people at the airport and they're spying on, like, the signs, like holding up, like, for the celebrities coming in, or maybe like limo services that have a list of celebrities that are coming in for the Bezos wedding, and people are like looking over shoulders to see who's on the lists.
I mean, I can only guess that because this story implies that, wedding guests are arriving at the airport and one of her suspected crew did not make it.
What?
One of her suspected, beauty crew.
Didn't make it?
One of Lauren Sanchez's beauty crew members to like fix her up for the wedding did not make it in. How do we know this?
Well, that's what they're reporting, that her nail artist did not make it.
Oh, no.
You got to figure, she's flying in, let's say, 15 people. Somebody for nails, somebody for hair, somebody for makeup, somebody for eyes.
Lauren Sanchez cannot get someone from Venice, Italy to do her nails, has to fly in her nail tech?
Her nail tech has been marked as a no-show.
Oh my God. That is awful. The wedding is ruined.
She's going to have to fly to France to get a French manicure.
What a malfunction.
I know.
You know what else? Apparently all the celebrities, we heard what? We spoke about what? Tom Brady's coming in allegedly. And what were some of the other celebrities that were rolling in for this thing?
Oprah with Gail.
Yeah, Oprah and Gail King.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
But guess who's not going to be there now?
Oh, who?
Oh, it's big news.
Oh, who?
I didn't see this in your pile. I went to bed before
What?
Katy Perry.
Oh, well,
because guess what?
She's breaking up her long engagement with Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
They're done. Oh, yeah.
Hold
on to that thought, because we'll get into that in a second. But all these celebrities apparently have to sign an NDA.
Well, of course.
All of these celebrities have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I mean, that's kind of... Do you really want to go to a wedding where you have to sign an NDA before you can attend the freaking wedding?
You know what? Yeah, that's how you know stuff is going to go down.
I think it's just all part of the, being a celebrity elevated to that status, right?
Let me tell you about a wedding that has no NDA. Nothing cool happens. We all signed the NDA, right? Okay, great. Here we go.
I mean, who doesn't want to have pictures of like Gayle King and Oprah totally trashed?
Can you
dancing?
Can you even take pictures?
Dancing to "Celebrate Good Times," right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's the standard song they play at every wedding.
I mean, are they gonna do the chicken dance? Are they gonna do electric slide, and the bride's gonna get out there and stumble over her dress?
I love the electric slide.
Are they gonna smash the cake in each other's face?
Yeah, that's probably another good point. There's probably like no cell phones allowed, or you got to lock your cell phone up in one of those like security bags or whatever.
Did you ever go to a wedding and they have like a dollar dance with the bride where you have to bring money and you dance with the bride for a couple minutes?
No. What kind of wedding is that?
I understand that all of the servers,
poor people,
at the reception, all the servers are going to wear those Amazon delivery guy vests. You know, the blue and black vests?
Yeah, and they're not going to bring the food to your table. They're just going to throw it at you from like
They're going to throw it over the fence.
They're going to take a picture of you as it hits you.
Yeah, you'll get a picture on your phone. Hey, your dinner's been delivered.
You get a little.
Here's a little picture.
On the app, it's like serving 10 people ahead of you. Yeah. Serving 9.
Oh, that's good, Fester.
8.
So back to this nail artist. You know, he did Haley Steinfeld's nails for her wedding.
You mean Jerry Seinfeld's wife?
No.
Who?
Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, I think you said Steinfeld.
She said both.
Yeah, you said both.
I said Steinfeld at first, but there was a T in there.
And then you said Seinfeld.
No,
all right.
Steinfeld.
Who the hell is that?
She just got married to the quarterback from the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah, she's a celebrity.
Right.
She's highfalutin, dude.
She's an actress.
Before we move on, let me just, was there anything else?
Yes, because how do you know how to dress for the Bezos Sanchez wedding?
How do you know how to dress for the Bezos Sanchez?
How do you know what is it black tie? Is it, normally it says on the invitation?
Yeah, I'm sure the invitation said.
Are you sure?
It did not?
It did not. Because everything is so secret. So you know how they informed the guests how to dress?
How did they inform the Amazon drone? dropped a special dress code notice. How?
The guests were sent mood boards.
What?
Yeah.
What the F is a mood board?
You don't know what a mood board is?
No, I don't know what a mood board is.
You probably ought to take advantage
Is
of
that
the mood board.
Is that like the scrapbooking where you cut out pictures and you?
Yeah, you find inspiration for something you want to achieve or accomplish, and you take pictures, or you draw it, or words or whatever, and you put it on a poster.
What are you, 8 years old, putting posters up and cutting out pictures out of tiger beat in your bedroom?
Okay, first of all, no, I'm not saying I did that. And second of all, I never bought Tiger Beat. Gosh.
Remember those?
You have friends who did.
I had friends who did, but I never did. But anyway, so apparently this is how they informed the guests, because how would you know what to wear if it's supposed to be a tropical theme, or we don't know what their theme is or what their
very formal, or who knows?
Black tie, wear a tux.
All right. Before I move on, let's just deal with the Katy Perry thing.
Yeah.
So, man, she's just having a rough time. Again, I feel bad for Katy Perry. Oh, stand by, Q Fester. Ooh, MJ feels bad for Katy Perry.
I'm ready to go.
She's just getting a lot of unwarranted heat, right?
She's just having.
I feel so bad for her. Oh.
She's having a rough year.
Yeah,
and now the latest with Katy Perry.
She wiped her tears away with a $1,000 bill. I don't care.
Yeah. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have split.
Oh, no. Rich, beautiful people have broken up.
Their 6-year engagement apparently is over. Done.
I mean, 6-year engagement is the first sign. I mean, he's not buying the farm, or she's not buying his farm, or whatever.
I think there's a lot of ladies out there going, Orlando Bloom's available.
Katy and Orlando have split but are amicable.
Mm-hmm.
A source close to the couple told Us Weekly yesterday it's not contentious at the moment. I mean, they weren't married. They were just hyper long engaged.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you get a lot of things tangled up. You're with somebody for that long.
But listen, rough time for her. Her concerts aren't selling very well.
Oh, yeah, right.
She went up in the Bezos rocket with Lauren Sanchez and Gayle King.
So hard.
And, she got a whole bunch of crap for that.
Oh, tough life.
She doesn't deserve what she's getting. Come on.
Yeah, And did you hear one time she was nice to MJ's kid for 3 seconds backstage of a concert, and MJ holds out a rose for her in his heart?
She is welcome here anytime, Fester.
Oh, I feel so bad for her for eternity because you were nice to my kid for 3.5 seconds and smiled.
Folks, my driver license suspension nightmare continues.
And do you know who feels terrible for you? Katy Perry.
All right, we stop.
She's like, I feel so bad for MJ. That guy on the radio.
I don't know what the hell is going on. I get a notice because I signed up for the Florida Department of Motor Vehicles and Highway Safety. I signed up. I opened an account with my email address. So I get notifications now, and this was suggested to me that I should have this notification because then I might have been notified that my license was suspended back on December 4th. So, yes, Michelle.
No,
you're just giving me a Oh, you want me to speed it up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for those that need just a little background,
he's going to talk slower now.
Yeah, I know.
We bought a new car on November 15th.
Okay.
Our old car was flood damaged and totaled by our insurance company at the end of September. New car came in November 15th. Transferred the tag to the new car. The dealership did it all. New registration, new tag. Everything's got the right VIN on it. Everything's good. But for whatever reason, the 2024 SUV that got totaled in the flood in Hurricane Helene, for whatever reason, I was still attached to that vehicle. It should have just been wiped out. It was a total loss. It was a salvage. USAA, they paid BMW of North America leasing. I got a little money out of the deal, actually. It was totally settled. It was done. But for whatever reason, I was still attached to the 2024, and the DMV computers were looking for insurance because the insurance was canceled on the 24 and moved to our new 25. Unbeknownst to me, on December 3rd of last year, my license was suspended. I just found out last week. and if you heard the show last week, you know what I'm talking about. My license was suspended for 6+ freaking months. I've been driving around on a suspended license.
What a terrible person.
Where law enforcement instructed to take my driver license because it's suspended and even remove the tag from my vehicle, leaving me stranded on the side of the road. And, of course, I've got full insurance. I've got, like, the max. I've got a personal injury protection. I got everything going on. I've got great insurance on the car. Never a lapse in insurance.
Fine, but what would you have done if this happened to somebody else? If I'd have come in and said, MJ, you're not going to believe this. My license has been suspended for 8 years. 8 months.
We would have talked about it, and I would have said, "Oh my God, how the hell does that happen?"
How did you not know?
Why you have to do this mocking, sarcastic sound?
That's literally how you sound.
Because that's how you would have spoken to somebody.
All right,
exactly how you
here's the deal.
How do you think?
So I cleared it up. I found out my license was freaking suspended. And Michelle, how did I find out again?
Because the cop ran your tag.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You were out with your buddy cop doing a ride along, right?
Right.
Which is awesome.
And one of the other guys ran my tag, and they said, "Hey, you know that MJ's license is suspended."
Well, he comes in and he's like, "Hey, who's this felon we have at police headquarters?"
It's not a felony. All right. So here's the deal. My license is suspended, and I've been driving around since last December. So I immediately go on to the DMV website. And it said my license is not valid, suspended since December 4th of 2024. So there was a little link where you can put in like updated insurance information. I did that. I put the new insurance information in, and immediately I was unsuspended. Guess what? So after that, people suggested, hey, you got to sign up for an account to get DMV alerts in your email. I get an alert yesterday that my license is going to be suspended again on July 7th, on Monday. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, what is going on? Michelle, how long did I spend on the phone with the insurance company, with the Hillsborough County tax? So I had 3 freaking phone calls. My insurance company, then the Hillsborough County tax collector's office. Then finally, I call some phone number for the Department of Motor Vehicles up in Tallahassee. And I'm on the phone there I'm on hold. We got to do some research. Michelle, was I on the phone for 2.5 hours?
Oh, easily.
Oh, was it 3?
I think it was 4.
This screwed up my entire afternoon yesterday.
Why didn't you just go down to the DMV?
Oh yeah. That's so much more.
You could have. 3 hours. 3 hours on hold. You could have got there, got a ticket. So you're in and out in an hour.
No, what fantasy world are you living in?
Make an appointment.
Make an appointment.
Make an appointment like 3 days after my license is suspended.
You have 2 weeks between now and the suspension date. Make an appointment for next week.
Yeah.
It is not
on the 3rd when we're taking off.
Why did you call me? And I could have called our buddy who works at the DMV.
All right, listen.
Dude, I know people.
Listen.
I know the top guy over there who's not the tax collector.
No, you don't.
I do.
All right. So, Fester, I'm on the phone with the insurance company, then the tax collector's office. Then finally, they say, oh, you got to call DMV. So I call a number in Tallahassee.
Great.
Get someone on the phone.
Ron DeSantis picks up the phone.
And can you believe my license was set to be suspended again on Monday, right after 4th of July weekend, on Monday, July 7th. So I get them on the phone. I'm on the phone up there for like an hour. They're putting me on hold. We got to do more research on this. And it's just a hassle. And I think it's finally been fixed. So they had to do some non-ownership thing for the old 24. They needed just to do an exorcism. Get out! Get out! 2024 X5 BMW, get out!
All right, it's a bit much.
But that's what they had to do. They had to do an exorcism.
I get it.
So I think the DMV finally purged that vehicle so the computer's not looking for insurance and calling me like a scofflaw. So hopefully it is solved now. But my God, this has been the bane of my existence for like the last, week and a half now with this freaking, I've never had a suspended license in my life. And here I'm driving around for 6 months with a suspended driver license.
If that would have happened to me, you would have said something like, oh, This is typical Fester.
My
Oh
God.
What an idiot. What a dope.
Bungling your insurance.
What kind of moron?
I did nothing wrong.
I mean, what kind of moron? Half a year.
Doesn't know that their license is suspended.
I did nothing wrong, and there was no indication. But now I did sign up for the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Vehicle. Blah, blah, blah. I opened an account, so now I will get notifications anytime, like something. Well, hopefully I get zero notifications other than, my license or my registration is about to expire. Would you like to renew? Hopefully that's all I freaking get. 8 o'clock now at the MJ Morning Show. I'll tell you right now that people are saying that my latest cooking video on my Instagram is my best ever. People are saying this is your best video ever. I mean, of all.
You understand, if you just had an Instagram cooking channel, you would get hundreds of thousands of followers. Your problem is you put too much variety of crap and you're not focused on one topic.
Well, that's what I do for a living.
But if you did a cooking channel, if you'd grow beyond the walls of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Anyway, the latest video is me making the classic Italian dish, cacio e pepe, which is cheese and pepper on a spaghetti. You can also use a bucatini if you want. But people are raving about this thing. And Julian did a great job. Julian shot it with his pro gear and did the edit job, added the graphics. And it's quick. It's only like a 2-minute and 15-second video. And I take you from beginning to end that quickly and show you how to make the perfect cacio e pepe, which this is like the hip dish all of a sudden. A lot of buzz on this dish. A lot of restaurants are attempting it, but a lot of restaurants just mess it up. A lot of restaurants will add butter or cream or olive oil to make it like easier. No, you can't do that. You absolutely can't. So people are loving this video. I'm getting great feedback. If you haven't seen it, watch Chef MJ. Go to Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. That's my Instagram handle. And you know what? While we're at it, it's my anniversary today.
Oh.
It's and Michelle, of course, has been hanging out in the studio for about 6 months as well. So, Michelle, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Do you know what my anniversary wish is?
I don't think you want to say it on the air.
No, I assure you it's not that. No. I know what his anniversary wish is.
No.
And it's not that.
I can say it on the air.
Oh, okay.
My anniversary wish, folks, is just to get one new Instagram follower today. That's all I want. I just want to get one new Instagram follower today. Folks, on my anniversary, my 31st wedding anniversary to Michelle, would you please give me the best anniversary gift of all?
Just one person.
All I want is one person. All I want is one new follower, one new follower on Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. That's it. Just one. That's all I want for my anniversary.
Could it be you? If you're listening right now, could it be you?
Hey, Michelle, what do you want to do for our anniversary?
Relax.
You want to go see a movie today?
Oh, we are going to see a movie
I know.
today.
I know. I'm teeing it up. So I'm getting dragged to see the new F1 movie with Brad Pitt later today.
Everything I've seen says it's a really good movie.
Yeah. However, let me see if I can find the story. There's a story out that the ticket sales, like the early sales, are sluggish.
So get this. A couple of weeks ago, we had Mission Impossible. Big budget, big star movie.
Yeah.
And it got beat by like Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Now F1, a big budget, big star movie. And a lot of times I'm like, it's going to be on streaming in a couple of weeks.
It's Apple. So Apple did the movie, right?
Yeah.
It's an Apple movie. So F1 with Brad Pitt. And listen to this headline. So far, it says exclusive. This is from Roger, what's his face?
Ebert.
No, this is from Showbiz 411.
Oh, Roger.
Yeah, Roger something or
other.
Roger.
Roger Dodger. Oh, yeah.
Exclusive. So far, Apple's F1 ticket sales slow. Will Brad Pitt race car movie cross the finish line or crash and burn? All I know is that we're contributing to the ticket sales because Michelle and Julian are dragging me to see F1. What time are we going today?
I think around 3:30, something like that.
All right. Are we doing IMAX?
I don't know.
Hold on. Who's on hold? Hold on. Julian's calling in.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say Brad Pitt's on hold.
No,
let's get to that right away.
Julian,
Not once, but twice. You said you're getting dragged. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you have to make it sound so negative?
I'm getting dragged under an Indy car.
Listen, if you want to do
I'm
Michelle,
gonna drag you under the car.
Michelle, you can do Michelle and Julian a favor.
For 3 miles. How about that? For 3 miles.
That's a hate crime. Listen, if you want to do MJ and Julian a favor, don't go. It's the ear equity of listening to you bitch about stuff that isn't the case.
And then dig your hand into my popcorn and crumble it all up into crumbs.
Oh, jeez. Why do you even invite me? Why do you guys even invite me to the movies?
Because you're paying.
Because we're polite. We're being polite and inclusive.
He doesn't understand polite.
So I'm being taken.
Yes.
I'm being taken against my will.
You're gonna be bound in the chair.
Hey, I can get a full refund right now if I want.
I know, because Julian is an AMC. What do you call it?
I'm just an AMC Stubbs A-list member.
Yeah, so he has an account, and he can cancel my ticket and get a refund right now if he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be
for this. Like Mission Impossible, you couldn't go anywhere without like opening up your computer and seeing an ad for it, or on the TV we would see ads for it. Whereas at F1, I feel like there's been a little lack of awareness about it.
I think that could be the case.
You know what? I want to start a new race car series. They have F1. I want to do FU racing. So F1, and I'm going to start FU. FU.
Okay.
Hey, Julian, are we going to IMAX to see this?
I believe so, yes.
Hold on. How do you mean you believe so? You're in film school in New York at NYU, and you don't know if you've booked the IMAX theater for the showing today?
It seems like a yes or no question.
We go see movies every week. I can't tell. Hold on, let me just make sure.
Yeah,
I'm like 99% sure.
Hold on. Where are you right now? It sounds like you're out of the house.
I am out of the house.
Oh, yeah, he's taking Chloe to work today. Because she's going out after work.
Oh, Chloe's in the car too?
Yes.
I'd rather
That's how this works when you take somebody to work.
Hey, do you miserable kids have anything to say to Mom and me?
Happy anniversary!
There you go.
I bet that was probably the best decision you ever made to get married. And then we came along, and we were your other best decisions.
Okay.
You were both accidents.
You stopped with the second child. You have to end with a good one.
I'm sorry, what, Julian?
You stopped with the second child because you had to stop on a good one.
Right. Okay. All right. Julian, are we going to the IMAX theater for F1 today?
Yeah, we're going to the Up Your Butt theater.
We stop.
Oh, that's the one with the. That's the one with the brown. That's the one with the
now
brown
they're playing fart sound effects.
There you go.
Oh my God.
But Chloe, you're absolutely right. The best decision ever was the night that your mom had the whole bottle of wine on Thanksgiving weekend, 2000.
All right, Julian, are we go? All right, listen.
I love it. I love it.
What the hell is going on here?
They're your kids. They're your kids.
All right, Julian, I got to go.
I'm also connected to the car, so it was way louder than I meant for it to be.
Great. So the fart app is coming out over the car speakers. It's hands-free farting.
Hey, Julian, real fast. I use Fart World app. Which one do you use?
Oh, the only one, Fart World.
Yeah, Fart World. Because people have been texting me, hey, Fester, what's the fart app that you use? And it's Fart World. And it's Hadley's favorite app as well.
I know.
Fart World. What the hell are we doing here?
They don't even pay me to promote them, and I do it for free.
Yeah. All right, goodbye.
It's like Chloe's an influencer, and she's like, I'm not getting paid for this, but I love Fart World.
Julian, do you know if we are going to the IMAX theater for F1?
Yes. Yes, we are.
All right, goodbye. I'm going.
Hey, Julian, Julian, you know what movie you're seeing tonight? Fart 1.
What movie?
F1.
F1. All right, just stop it. Come on. Goodbye, guys.
And I know it's July.
Jesus.
I know it's July,
Yeah.
right? And it's mid-year.
Yeah.
But Fart World also has a Santa fart. And here, a little Christmas in July. And you touch Santa.
Santa, that is horrific. There's an image of Santa on Fester's screen, and you touch Santa and he farts. Oh my God. This is awful. Shut this off.
Oh,
my God.
Happy holiday.
What the heck is going on here? Unbelievable. Oh, speaking of unbelievable.
Yeah.
You told the story earlier this week how you and Julian went thrifting.
Yeah.
At Fester's favorite thrift shop.
It's becoming my favorite thrift shop. I didn't tell you what happened. Okay, you tell your story
Well,
first.
hold on. Red, white, and blue. That's
red, white, and blue.
And they have locations in what?
Oldsmar area.
Riverview.
Town and Country, Riverview, and North Tampa.
And North Tampa. So Fester got this $625 Toomey briefcase carry bag.
Yes.
Toomey. Right? $625 on their website. It's a current model. Fester goes to the thrift shop. There is one in the bin of all the carry bags. The thing is virtually brand new. There's zero signs of wear or filth or dirt. Fester picks it out of the bin. It's $29.95 for a $615 or $625 bag. Then Fester notices that there's a white tag on it, which means an additional 50% off. Fester got the freaking bag for $15 and brand new. It's $625 on the Toomey website. It's called the Toomey Alpha Expandable Organizer Laptop Brief Black Ballistic Nylon Bag from Toomey. And Fester walked out of the thrift shop, $15 for the $625 bag. So Fester's, telling Michelle, oh, man, it's a great thrift shop. So Julian and Michelle, they went thrifting earlier this week at the thrift shop, and Michelle comes home with a $200 in perfect condition Waterford crystal decanter with the cap. Cap wasn't missing. Cap was not chipped or damaged either.
Because that's what you have to look for on the decanter.
Right, exactly. You got to look at the cap. So it's a $200 online as Michelle's looking at this thing used in, places that are selling it. $200. Michelle gets it for $5.99. Unbelievable, right?
Waterford crystal.
So
it's incredible.
Michelle also, and this is where the story's going. This is an update to the story. So Michelle says, yeah, and they were like, oh, well, hold on. Then after the thrift shop, you guys went to the Amazon return. What is it called?
So
Black Fridays.
It's like Black Fridays, and today's Thursday, so they're closed.
They're restocking today. We got to go tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday, and everything is like $10. And there's a bunch of these stores around town. And I, not spend a lot of time.
So
in these
they're
places.
buying what, pallets of like Amazon returns,
and they have no idea what's on it.
Right.
When they buy it, they don't know.
They buy them blindly, and then. So here's the deal. Michelle talked about after the thrift shop, they went to this Black Friday place, and they were just looking at just this mounds of stuff that are just like Amazon return items. And Michelle pointed out that, they even saw a cardboard box with bright orange little like soccer practice drill cones, like the little plastic cones that like the kids, use on, the soccer field for practicing and, zipping the ball around the cones. And Michelle's like, I even saw a box with these orange cones. And of course, they're known to you because, Chloe played soccer since she was like 4 years old and then played, college soccer. So Michelle says, there was even a box and the cones were in the box. The box was like ripped open and there was even a label. And you even said like the name of the person and they were
city.
They were in Sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
So this listener sends Fester a picture. I'm holding this thing up. A listener sent Fester a picture of the exact same box at the what do they call it?
Black Friday?
The Black Friday
discount bin
store. Exactly.
Yeah.
And a listener sends a picture. I'm holding this up to MJ TV right now. This is it. And sure enough, you look at the label, and it's like Suzanne F. in Sunrise, Florida. And I'm like, I showed it to Michelle. She's like, that's the box. Mm-hmm. So a listener was in the Black Friday store and took a picture of it hasn't sold yet.
Still available. Good cones, still available. Yesterday, they would have been $1.
Yeah.
So so
Oh, wow.
The pricing. The trick is, I think, go there on Friday because you can get really good stuff for $10.
Yeah, because the good stuff starts disappearing. So really, at the end of the week on Wednesday, before they close on Thursday for a restock, Wednesday's only $1.
Well, because they have to clear stuff out, and I'm of the belief that they keep restocking.
Yeah.
So Wednesdays everything's $1.
Yeah.
So Wednesday is the day to go to really steal stuff.
Yeah.
So you think they still restock even when it's $1?
I mean, I would think so because after a couple of days of getting picked over, it looked pretty. It looks pretty thin and sparse.
Yeah. It already looked kind of thin and sparse
So
when we went on Monday.
Oh, that place by the end of the week must look like a tornado in a trailer park.
But then on Friday, it must look like Santa's workshop. I mean, of all this stuff.
All right. So what's your news story? You said you had something else.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I forgot that I told. I forgot that I told you.
Go ahead.
I forgot that I told you that the person saw the package.
Oh, that's the update.
You're not going to believe this.
What I just did is the update.
Because they sent me the picture.
And then you sent me the picture.
And
I thought you had something new and good.
Well, no, but I forgot I sent it to you because it was. I think I sent it the day before yesterday. And the person writes, "Is this the one Michelle's talking about?" And then a picture of the box.
Exactly.
With the thing. And I was like, "That's it." Anyway, all right. So I didn't have anything new. I take it back.
100%. Absolutely. Oh, man, I got the vape story. We got to get to that. Oh, there's new science out. Oh, and Michelle, with our anniversary being today, do you know what the secret to a happy marriage is, according to scientists? Now, we had one item yesterday, and everyone's an expert on marriages. So we had a story yesterday that being like best friends is a key to a long marriage. But I've got a new list, and it's just very appropriate because today is Michelle and my 31st wedding anniversary. We were married on this date, June 26th, 1994. So today is our 31st wedding anniversary. And did I mention that for my anniversary, the only thing I want is one new Instagram follower today?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Just one. And
Just one. That's all I want. I'm not being a piggy.
You're not being greedy.
I don't want
this.
100 new followers.
No.
For my anniversary today, I just want one new Instagram follower at Certified MJ Radio. That's it. That's all I'm asking. So, Michelle, the secret to a happy marriage, part 2, and this is a little bit of a list. Psychologists suggest that there are 5 stages of love. So 5 stages of love, and they are butterflies, building, assimilation, honesty, and stability. And each of these stages has a different impact on our psyche and health. But these are the secrets to a happy marriage. Yeah, questions over the future of the marriage and forming boundaries in the relationship can lead to a rise in stress level. That's part of the assimilation phase here. Butterflies, and this is, let me start at the beginning. I was kind of joining midway. But butterflies, it's the intense infatuation and the initial sexual attraction where you're so excited and there's like just stuff that's kind of racing inside your body. And it's like this feeling, the early stages of dating where both men and women, that you create more sex hormones, testosterone or estrogen. And it's like that excitement phase. And it's not just mental, it's also like chemical as well.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, sure.
And that's in the early stages, and that's like the butterfly stage. And then building is as the initial attraction gives way to learning more about one another. The honeymoon stage subsides, and the couple begins to build their relationship. The body releases neurochemicals called monoamines or monoamines or monoamines. Which speeds up heart rate, triggers rushes of intense pleasure, and replicates the effects of class 1 drugs.
Okay.
What?
I mean,
what?
I guess that's good.
Like doing some bumps of coke, or
I mean, it gives you some kind of
coke's a Schedule 1, right?
Like some kind of euphoric.
Yeah. What? Give me the list of Schedule 1 drugs. Yeah. Do you have the Schedule 1 drugs.
Ecstasy, heroin, LSD, marijuana, and PCP.
All right. So where's cocaine?
I would put it in that category.
Yeah.
Morphine, oxycodone, methamphetamine, that's class 2.
That's category, class 2. Come on. Cocaine's got to be in the
in the C1 category.
Yeah, it's got to be it, right?
I mean, I would
Schedule 2.
Heroin's right there.
Yeah. So coke's got to be a Schedule 1 drug. All right. So then you have the building category. It's assimilation. I brought that up. Then honesty, stage 4. People open up, showing the real you. Stability is number 5. If a couple can weather the emotional roller coaster of the first 4 stages, the 5th and final stage, stability, brings increased levels of trust and intimacy.
I mean, what about stubbornness? Because I think you two are together because you're both stubborn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let's go to a therapy session, Michelle.
Yeah.
With our therapy counselor, Fester. Yes. All right, let's sit back. Are we sitting on a nice comfy chair? Or are we on a couch? Or where are we in the Fester? Does it look like Dr. Melfi's office in Sopranos?
I would probably have you on separate chairs.
Right.
So you can have your own space.
Okay.
And look at the person while you're
so
talking.
go
to
ahead,
them.
Fester the therapist.
So,
meanwhile, he's got like grape jelly all over his fingers and shirt.
I'm wearing a tie, but it's too short. Like my belly sticking out in the bottom.
Bottom button on your shirt is broken. Your belly's sticking out. You got food stains all over your shirt.
I'm actually,
you know what? You're probably eating
Yeah, I
while
was gonna say, I'm
you're probably eating during our therapy session.
I have a pub sub. You're my first appointment after lunch.
Mayo is dripping.
Yeah.
It's on your chin. The mayo's dripping on your shirt and everything. Mustard mayo.
After meeting with you guys several times,
Yes.
I surmise that you're only together for 31 years out of spite for each other. You're laughing because it's true.
Hold on. You think we're still married out of spite?
Yeah. I mean,
on our 31st wedding anniversary day, you think Michelle and I are together out of spite?
I mean, a little bit.
And what does that spite entail?
Oh, and the fact that she refuses to let you be happy, so. I'm going to stick around with this guy because he's not going to be happy while I'm still here.
Right. So let's say you're a therapist and you've seen us for a while.
Yes.
We've done multiple sessions,
Hey,
marriage therapy.
MJ, Michelle, thanks for coming.
Would you fire us? Would you say that it's all done, that there's nothing more you can do, that this therapy is futile?
No, I would not fire you.
By the way, I don't like people that say futile.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah.
If you said futile, I might have fired you.
Like the word agile. How do you say agile, or are you one of those ones that say agile? Oh, God, I hate that.
Agile. I'm an agile guy.
Or you're agile?
I'm agile.
Okay, so I'm agile. What about when something is very delicate and they put the red and white sticker on the side of the box?
It's fragile.
No, it's not fragile. Stop it.
No, it's fragile.
It's fragile. I hate people that say agile.
You hate people that say that? That's such a harsh.
I hate people that say agile, fragile. It's fragile. It's agile.
Yeah, I hate two kinds of people, and one of them's the agiles.
I mean,
I would not fire you.
You would not. So as a therapist, because I think there are like therapists that do like fire couples.
You know why? You're a good payer. You're not going to let your account go to arrears.
What?
Yeah.
You're not going to let your bill go into arrears. I'm not going to have to track you down 3 months later. Hey, this is your therapist. Remember that counseling session we had back in April?
Yeah.
It's about 90 days past due. I don't even know. How do you pay a therapist? You have to pay them up front?
I'm sure you have to pay cash, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know how much therapy is covered by insurance anymore.
I don't know. The people that need therapy the most has never been.
It's 824.
Yes.
I know.
Hey, we've never been in marriage counseling.
No.
I mean, I think we've talked about that you wouldn't even go with me. If we ever needed marriage counseling, you would.
It's not because you don't want to like move towards any improvement. It's just kind of like you're just you.
Do you
I either love you the way you are or, try to change. What am I going to try to change about you?
Like, I love you just the way you are.
Yeah, but she didn't say it in the sweet romantic way.
No?
She said it in like the spite way.
It wasn't like a nice song with great orchestration.
Look, you entertain me.
I amuse you?
Yeah.
I'll take the good times. Take the bad times. I'll take you just the way
It's been a good time.
I amuse you. Like I entertain like a clown.
Right. Early on, when we first moved here, BJ was our therapist. Yeah.
Talk about firing somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
He did a good job. He was a really good therapist.
But Michelle and I have never sought marriage counseling.
No.
We've never been to any marriage therapy.
No.
But Michelle has also said there's no way that she would do that with me.
Yeah, but she also didn't find panties in your glove box either.
If I found panties in the glove box, there wouldn't be therapy. He would maybe need some therapy. It would be over.
Yeah, there would be a
It's called Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh,
that's the spite part.
Yeah.
Or there'd be a first-degree murder charge.
You guys thought I was joking when I said you're together out of spite. There it is. She's not letting this go.
Detective J is phoning in. Yes, yes, Detective J.
Hey there, how's it going? You doing okay today?
Yeah, what can we do for you?
You sure you don't need some therapy?
No, I think we're okay. What's up?
Prime candidates.
Well, 26 years of marriage, and I can honestly say therapy has helped several times.
Hold on. You have been to marriage therapy?
Yes, absolutely.
So, can you believe that in 31 years, Michelle and I have never been to marriage counseling?
No.
So you're shocked that we've never been to marriage counseling?
Yeah, I am because that's evidently some pretty good communication, give and take, and that's really what it takes, because when you go through stressful, sometimes jobs like police work, and my husband was in the Navy, things come up, and you have to I believe in therapy. I mean, absolutely. It's definitely been a savior for my marriage, because we were able to sit, and you do have to go together. One person can't do that. It needs to be two people, and they have to want it. You have to really want it.
We were talking about that song, Fester. I love you just the way you are.
Yeah.
Then there was also that song, I believe in therapy.
Yeah.
You sexy thing. Yeah, that was a song as well. Hey, Detective J, thank you, and I'm glad that you found happiness in your 26-year marriage. I would say, Michelle, in 31 years, we've had, if you were to assess, like percentage-wise, give me a percentage of, in our 31 years of marriage, what percentage has been good times and what percentage has been bad times? Or rough times, bumpy times, rocky times?
I mean, maybe like 5 or 10% bad times, but most it's good times.
So you'd go 90 to 95% good and 5 to 10% bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. As your therapist, you strike me as a 60-40.
What? 60-40.
I'm kidding.
Hey, move it along.
Yeah.
Here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, we got to play the new sweeper for the audience.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Yeah, hang on a sec. So Fester, after Trump dropped the F-bomb live on TV as he's getting ready to go to Europe for G7 or whatever it was.
I don't know.
He was on the White House lawn. And he was getting frustrated with, I guess, the Israeli and the Iranian situation.
And this always made me wonder, too. You have a ceasefire, but it's not for another 12 hours.
Right.
So they keep bombing for 12 hours.
So Trump says they don't know what the F they're doing, but there's no bleeping. This was like live on Fox News Channel. This was live on CNN. It was live on MSNBC. And he just drops the F-bomb. And Fester, this is Tuesday. It happened Tuesday morning, before he was flying overseas. And Fester says, man, you got to grab this audio, and you got to make it seem like, hey, the MJ Morning Show, they don't know what the F they're doing. So, I slapped this together myself at home on Tuesday night.
The MJ Morning Show is on 104.7 FM.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Q105.
You understand that?
All right, and then Fester said, hey, you got to get it professionally done as well, from our voice guy who's on there, and then the production guy that puts all the stuff together. So here is the second version of the they don't know what the F they're doing little MJ Morning Show ID.
MJ, Fester, and Michelle, until she gets sick of waking up early and working for free.
They don't know what the they're doing.
This is the MJ Morning Show.
You understand that?
On Q105. 104.7 FM.
I like that one. I mean, that's the professional one. Fester says he likes my original one better. I mean,
hold on. Okay, so
but I added more language. I wrote, a different liner for the voiceover guy to read. MJ, Fester, and Michelle, until she's sick and tired of getting up early and getting paid Zippo for doing this job.
I can tell you that I like yours better, although the produced one is very good. I do have several critiques. How hard do I want to critique it? Can I just say it's good and get away? Or do you want me to thoroughly break down every issue I have?
No, that's fine. All right, moving along.
Okay, so I don't think they should have played the Hail to the Chief over the president talking.
All right.
I didn't like the boom coming out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. Do you remember?
Boom.
No, all right. Do you remember the door plug that blew out on the Alaska Airlines 737? Remember the whole door plug blew out?
Yes.
If you remember the story, this was a relatively new Boeing 737, what was it, a MAX 8, I think, or it was a pretty new Boeing 737. And the version that Alaska ordered, the particular door plug is, in some versions, an emergency exit. But
in this one, it was walled over.
In this configuration, for the FAA guidelines, this did not have to be an emergency exit for whatever the configuration was on the airplane. So it had a door plug. So it had the hole for the emergency exit, but they had a piece that was a fixed piece. This is insane because details are not coming out. And this was a crazy story. Luckily, no passengers got sucked out, but there were reports that people's personal belongings got sucked out. There were numerous cell phones that got sucked out of the airplane.
Yeah, I mean, if you have your phone in your hand, you're not going to be able to hold it during this suction event.
Unbelievably, in this aisle where the door plug blew out, there was only one guy, and I think he was in the aisle seat. The middle seat and the actual window seat where the door blew out, those were unoccupied on the flight. The flight was relatively full, but this row was not.
Would he have gotten sucked out or really beaten up if he was on the window?
Or
would just the door blew out and the seat would have been fine?
Yeah, I think the seat would have been... Oh, no, the seat was fine. The row stayed intact. But if somebody were in that seat and they did not have a seatbelt on, they probably would have been sucked out. And, I mean, it was insane. But this is why I'm bringing this back up, because, details and the investigation, and there are details that are coming out. This is nuts. Boeing and Spirit Aero Systems, the company that made and installed the door plug, it turns out that the person that knew how to do the plug properly was on vacation that week.
Oh, no.
One freaking person knows how to install a door plug on a non-emergency exit 737 at the Boeing factory? Are you kidding me?
I mean, maybe you have to put 32 screws in it. And the other guy just filling in put in 4.
The accident occurred as the plane flew at 14,830 feet. Oxygen masks dropped during the rapid decompression. Cell phones and other objects were swept through the hole in the plane as passengers and crew contended with the wind and the roaring noise. The plane was about halfway to its cruising altitude when passengers heard a loud boom and then wind so strong it ripped the shirt off someone's back. A shirt was ripped off someone's back when the hole blew in the side of the airplane. It was a 2 by 4 foot hole, piece of the fuselage covering an unused emergency exit behind the left wing. Only 7 seats on the airplane were unoccupied, and 2 of those were in the row. Is that insane?
Is that a miracle? I mean, or it's just a crazy, crazy coincidence?
Listen to this. The panel that blew off was removed at the Boeing factory so workers could repair 5 damaged rivets, but bolts that helped secure the door plug were not replaced.
Oh.
The door plug was gradually moving upward over the previous 154 flights, and it was a relatively new plane. When you think of 154 flights, that's a pretty new freaking plane. None of the 24 people on the door team were ever trained to remove a door plug before working on the plane in question, and only one of them had ever removed one before. That person was on vacation. The person that knew how to do it and make sure that the proper bolts were fastened to hold the plug in. They're on freaking vacation. That's the reason why the damn thing, because Jerry was on vacation. Jerry.
I hope he had a good vacation. Where did Jerry go?
Jerry was on the door team.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry was in Cabo.
He was in Cabo.
Yeah, went to Cabo.
Nice all-inclusive resort
Yeah,
there.
in Cabo.
I mean, was he watching the report of this happening and being like, "Oh my gosh"?
No, because it wasn't immediately
No.
afterwards.
But after the fact. So he's like somewhere at home, or maybe he's at work and he gets word and he's like, "That was the week I was on vacation."
You know what?
Because he knows the cycle of planes.
He didn't figure it out on time. He's like, "Oh crap, that's my job."
By the way,
he's freaking out for a while. He's like, wait, hold on a second. I was in Cabo that weekend.
And Fester, and speaking of that, Fester, because you want to know, Jerry and Linda did get the all-in drink package.
The all-inclusive package.
Yeah, they got the all-you-can drink package at the Cabo Resort.
You go to these all-inclusive resorts, that's really the only way to go because you're safe on the property.
Is that not insane? That is.
I can't believe in a big company like Boeing, there's one person who knows how to do this very, very important job.
Yeah.
I mean,
you didn't know how important it was until he wasn't there.
Oh, I mean, talk about that. That's like.
So Jerry can't go on vacation anymore.
Yeah.
That's what Boeing said. Yeah. Jerry, no more vacations.
Maybe he holds a class and just teaches like 3 new guys.
Yeah. Or teach somebody else how to do the door plug.
I'll tell you, do you know who has fantastic negotiating leverage for a new salary?
Jerry.
Jerry. I want $6 million a year. We can't do that.
Well, guess what? That would have. It's a lot cheaper than.
Yeah, right.
Than what,
Wait, and what about the employees who did it? None of them bothered to say, "I don't think I know how to do this. Do you know how to do this? Hey, can we text Jerry and find out? I mean, I know he's on vacation and all, but surely, or maybe there's a manual we should look at, or tell our supervisor,
right.
Hey, nobody here knows how to put the plug door in."
By the way, I have no idea if his name is Jerry.
Jerry's wife.
It could be Phil. It could be Phil.
Jerry's wife was like a real stickler on this vacation, and she's like, "You are going to disconnect. We are leaving your cell phone."
Oh yeah, they did try to text.
Yeah.
But Linda took the cell phone away.
It was at home.
He was tired of Jerry, just a slave to that freaking device.
I mean, I'm all for taking a vacation someplace nice and relaxing and leaving the cell phone at home. Don't even bring the cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, tell me if this is disrespectful.
Yes.
This is from the Reddit Am I the A-hole thread. Are you the a-hole if your place of work is right near a cemetery and you go to the cemetery to have your sandwich for lunch? Is that bad? Going to the cemetery and eating your lunch, is that disrespectful?
No.
You know what? No, I don't think
eating a chicken parm sub, on someone's grave.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Because you know what? Those grave sites don't get visited a lot in the first place.
Oh.
So I think it's kind of like it's a nice thing, right?
I had a friend that lived across the street from a cemetery. He lived in St. Petersburg, like kind of by 49th Street. There's a big cemetery.
Right.
And his house was facing the cemetery. And he said it was great. It was the best location. The neighbors are quiet. He can walk through a green space that's never going to be moved, across from his. It's always manicured. The lawn's never overgrown.
So why are people creeped out? A lot of people, they would not even consider like buying a house next to a cemetery.
I'd love to live next to a cemetery.
So I'm sure you can make that happen. I'm sure that real estate prices are like a little cheaper if you buy a house right next to gravestones.
You haven't been on Zillow lately, have you? That's not one of the filters.
Oh, no grave sites.
I can pick what grade school I want to live near, but not a grave site.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of grave sites.
Yeah.
Tropicana Field.
Yeah.
No, hold on a minute.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
We know that like when originally Tropicana Field, they had to relocate graves. And then remember a couple months back, there was a news story that came out that additional grave sites have been found.
Like right under the pitcher's mound.
So here's the deal. They're trying to figure out if the Rays are, not going to, permanently stay at Tropicana Field. They'll play, after they fix the damn thing later this year, they'll play maybe a couple more seasons there. But they're like, talking about what should they do. And with the stadium deal dead, what should we do? And they were talking about doing a convention center. I joked around saying, you know what? They're building 4,000 pickleball courts there. What was my other joke? Oh, burnout track. Instead of doing intersection burnouts illegally on the street, have like an organized burnout track right there.
I would like that.
Right,
I think that'd be cool.
But wait a minute. I just thought of they ought to just turn it into a new cemetery. I mean, you already have bodies under there already. Just knock down Tropicana Field and just turn it into a new cemetery.
You know what? Look in city archives. I bet you the permits are already in place.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Real easy.
That's what they ought to do. So you don't have a problem with someone being the bleep hole, and that you don't think they're a bleep hole for having lunch all the time in the cemetery,
if
Michelle.
you're enjoying the open space, you're sitting on the bench, you're outside, it's a green space.
Yeah.
Eat my sandwich, read a book.
You pick a nice, Sally Morris from, 1892 to 1943, and, you sit down, and she's probably not having many visitors.
Yeah, so she said, I have to admit, none of my loved ones were buried there, but I come here, it's peaceful, need a place to take a break from lunch. It's, I guess, right next to where they work. You had some people responded, so this is like a grieving person who I guess lost a loved one, accused the lunch eater of treating the cemetery like a personal park, which disgusted her. Come on, that's a little bit of an overreaction. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
So the Rays, speaking of the Rays,
Yep.
they had to meet with Major League Baseball because they're putting together a pretty decent season.
Right.
What happens if they make the World Series or the playoffs?
Yeah, where the hell do you play the World Series on Dale Mabry in a minor league stadium?
I say you bring it back to the Trop, man. Home field advantage.
I think you do it at Palmacia Little League.
Seriously.
That's where you do it. You do World Series right at Palmacia Little League.
So the two nearest big baseball stadiums. Why couldn't they play in Raymond James Stadium? The Bananas played there. The Savannah Bananas played.
That stadium is not set up for baseball. The Savannah Bananas, that's a novelty thing. I mean,
they're probably
like
the best thing about baseball right now.
Yeah, they are. They're like the Globetrotters of baseball,
Yeah.
the Savannah Bananas. All right. This is not my thing, but I totally respect these women. I totally support what they're doing. Because, listen, I do it just on a different level. So, if I were to say food and tourism, Michelle, does anything come to mind? With me personally, food and tourism.
Pizza.
Yes.
Sushi.
Let's go with your first guess, pizza. So, would you say that I'm a pizza tourist?
Yes.
I am, absolutely. Wherever we are. And you know what? I've kind of turned Michelle into this. And you know what? And this is
I've already quit.
What? I was just about to say this is one of the good things in our marriage.
No, I quit this thing, remember?
Why? Why do you quit the pizza tourism? No, but still.
I know what I like. I can identify it more quickly than you. I don't have to taste it. And I just, yes or no. And it's either worth the trip or it's not.
All right.
Worth the calories or it's not.
All right, Michelle.
Boom.
But I'm
very decisive.
When we travel, you have to admit, when we travel somewhere, we try to seek out the best pizza
in that area,
in that city, in that town, in that zone, right? So we still do that. You agree?
Sure.
So locally, you have your list, and I can't really expand Michelle's horizons any longer.
No.
Little Caesars and Big Caesars.
No, it's not. Michelle knows what she likes locally. And it's tough to move her away from that.
Fine.
So these women I'm about to talk about, I understand it. I get it. I'm in support. This is not my thing.
What do they do?
Bakery tourists.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, they're looking for the best bakeries. They're looking for the best, I guess, croissants, buns, cookies,
that sounds awesome.
Pastries. So just like I'm a pizza nut, and I'm a pizza tourist, and I have a list of like the best pizza shops that I've been, or I have a list also of places where I have not been, where I'm dying to go.
But you're not a sweets guy either.
What are you talking about? I absolutely am a sweets guy.
You're not a bakery sweets guy. Like, think about for breakfast, you wouldn't have a muffin. You wouldn't have a muffin. You wouldn't have a croissant. You wouldn't have a wedge of cake at 11:30.
No.
If I brought in donuts from one of the top donut places in the country, which is here in Tampa, Hole-in-One Donuts,
right?
You wouldn't have one, or you'd have a half of one.
He's not a breakfast guy.
Yeah, you're not I think bakeries are like breakfast, or it's like a coffee shop person.
But when we were in Paris, he wanted to get the best baguette.
The best baguette.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I love bread.
So I think it's kind of like just typical. If you know what food you like and you know where you're going, you sort of pick places sometimes based upon that. So people who like certain type of food might say, like, when they go to Chicago or if they go to San Francisco, they want to try the best Chinese, from Chinatown because it's known. It's like legendary. So you just kind of pick it and go. These girls like bakeries. They like baked goods.
Why couldn't you do bakeries in the morning and pizzas in the afternoon?
Yeah.
That sounds like a day.
Let me clarify. So I'm not really into pastries. So these women love pastries.
Yeah, man, that's right up my
But
alley.
when it comes to bakeries, I love bread. I mean, Michelle and I also, we're on the same page. We love to seek out a great sourdough bread. We love to seek out a great baguette.
Yeah. How do you go to Paris and look for the best baguette? Where
Exactly.
every place is like, stupid American, this is the best baguette. Oui, you got it.
Do you remember that baguette we found?
Yes.
That single bakery in the 16th arrondissement. How do you say it? The sixth
arrondissement.
Francois, come here quickly. This American wants the best baguette. Where should we go? This is the best American.
But to be honest, in Paris, like, where is it not the best baguette, right? Like, I mean, every street corner bakery, it was delicious.
But wait a minute. We did have some baguettes that were better than others.
Well, yeah, but, it's all relative. They were all delicious.
This is the third best baguette in Paris. Mademoiselle.
Anyway, Jessica Morgan Hellowell and her mother, Louise Church.
Yeah, how big are they?
They are bakery tourists.
They got to be big because if they're eating a lot of baked goods with sugar and, right?
They could catch a spin class afterwards.
Yeah, you would want to do that too.
No, you know what? I do not. I'm looking at their picture. They're kind of hiding behind a whole shelf of croissants, but
see?
The shelf of croissants takes off 50 pounds.
There's some consequences that go along with the bakery tour.
They do not look extra large.
Yeah.
So here's something people are doing with Chat GPT. Are you going to a town that you haven't been to ever before anytime soon?
Michelle, are we going to a town that we've never been to before anytime soon?
So you can tell Chat GPT. Like, I thought this isn't what I'm doing for vacation, but I thought about going to like Gatlinburg.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Or Pigeon Forge. I thought that would be a good kid trip-ish. But I went to Chat GPT and I said, Chat GPT, plan me a 3-day or 4-day itinerary that is appropriate for kids ages 13 and 8.
Go.
Including restaurants.
Go onto ChatGPT right now.
And it gave me a full 4-day itinerary and tell me what to do and where to go and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I looked at the whole itinerary and I'm like, this town sucks. No, I'm kidding. I shelved it. It's not what we're doing, but it's our guy, Ron DeCastro, I thought he told me when he went to some
our general manager
Portugal?
and vice president.
He went to Peru or Portugal.
Who's yanking my chain in trying to hire a new female for the show because Michelle's been coming in here for 6 months for free.
You've tainted the water on that, dude. I told you.
I know.
Nobody's gonna live up to this.
God, it's like everywhere we go. We were at dinner last night. We had a rare middle of the week dinner we went to. And
we did need to do a shout out, by the way.
Yeah, to Mark and what was the wife's name?
Is it like Mitzi or something?
No.
Mark and Chris. They were also celebrating an anniversary. Happened to be at the restaurant that we were at last night from Zephyr Hills.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you weren't with them.
But we were not really celebrating last night. We went with some neighbors for like a. Well, listen, it was opera night at Donatello.
Yeah.
So,
which is a lot of fun if you haven't been.
It was opera night. They like every once in a while they bring in these opera singers and they put a piano in the middle of the restaurant. It's opera night at Donatello.
So the waiters sing to you?
No. It's not the waiters.
Would you like more wine?
No.
Here is your appetizer.
Oh,
I love that.
You know what my favorite one was?
Which one?
My favorite opera that they performed last night was I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
That was my favorite opera song last night. So this couple, they come up to us at our table and like, you're MJ. And, they're from Zephyr Hills. And I guess they're from Canada originally. They moved from Canada to Zephyr Hills. And
you're a big deal in Zephyr Hills.
You know that? Big celebrity.
You play big in Z Hills.
Yeah, so they came up to us to say hello. How did we get into this?
I mentioned ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah.
But you can tell ChatGPT to pick any town, and you can say what you want to do.
Right, we'll do it. I want to do it.
All right,
here, I want to test this out.
All right.
I'm going to New York City.
Plan me a...
But you've been there.
Hold on. I want to see what it says.
Oh, okay.
So plan me... listen, I'm going to New York City on vacation.
How many days?
And 5 days.
5 days.
And I want the 5 best pizza places in New York City. All right?
Give me 5 best Pizza. I don't know how to spell restaurants.
Restaurants.
I always spell that word wrong.
In New York. But it doesn't have to just be Manhattan. I want to see what it does in Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. Because, man, I have a crazy list of... I have my favorite pizza in all of the different 5 boroughs of New York City. And, in fact, listeners, I answered 2 yesterday. Hey, we're going to New York this summer on vacation. Could you give me your pizza list? So I send people my New York pizza list constantly.
All right, so I spelled half the words wrong.
All right, so let's see what.
Sure thing. A 5-day trip to New York City, and it boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's giving me the whole itinerary.
I don't want that. I just want pizza. It's got Central Park Museum Day. I don't want this.
Yeah.
The High Line in Chelsea. I don't want this. I want pizza only.
Hold on.
I just go back.
Go back.
All right, Michelle, can you please just type this in because Fester's a clod. Can you lean over?
Oh yeah, ChatGPT.
All right, just type in.
What are the 5? Because I said plan me a 5-day trip. That's what it did. What I asked.
All right.
What are the 5 best pizza places
in New York City?
In all of
New York City.
New York City.
All right. Dude.
New York.
You're not. You did New Vorkoidi. Come on. It's New York City.
New York Koidi. Take the O out. Now it's city.
All right.
New
So
York City.
let's see what ChatGPT spits out. I want to see if it's even remotely good. You know what? I agree with 1, not 2. 3 is good. 4 is good. 5 is good.
We asked for 5.
You know what? Go back and make it 10. All right. I want to see if it keeps number 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 the same. Go back and make it 10. What are the 10? No, go back to the.
I gotta go here.
No, it's dude.
You can do search. What are?
But you already had the words in the search box on the top.
I don't know how to do this. I'm not super. What are the
10 best pizza places in New York? Let me see what this thing spits out. All right. We got to hurry as well. All right.
It wants me to log in.
Oh, geez, you're killing me over here.
I'm not going to sign up.
Overtime.
All right, so Andrew wants me to break. All right, so I'll go through this, and I'm going to tell you if ChatGPT has this right or wrong, and we'll do it right after the break. So stand by. Speaking of pizza, guess what young people are doing when it comes to dining out? This is very, very important. Oh, if you're a vapor, there is new vape research out. You got to hear this. Oh, and speaking of Generation Z, what are they doing from a fashion standpoint with a lot of the conflicts that are going on in the world right now? I don't know if I'm thrilled about this. We'll get to that next as well. So hang on. 9 o'clock hour is minutes away. You don't want to miss 1 minute. Oh, and the dude guzzling beer and then getting busted for doing 122 miles an hour. You got to hear this moron story. All next, MJ Morning Show, Q105, 104.7 FM. Don't move. We're back in minutes. Oh, our friends at Miracle Toyota want to give you a free generator. That's right. Hey, it's hurricane season. So Miracle Toyota is in Haines City in Polk County. So they're right on 27, Highway 27, right in, Haines City. And if you're looking for a great Toyota dealer, you're looking for a Toyota car, truck, SUV, whatever. If you're looking for a great experience, you want Miracle Toyota. Every day's a miracle at Miracle Toyota. And we are in hurricane season. It started June 1. And if you just go in and test drive a vehicle, you'll get registered to win a brand new generator. If you buy any Toyota, they will give you a free Honda generator to get prepared for hurricane season. You're looking for a great Toyota store, folks, a great experience. They're going to treat you well. It's Miracle Toyota on 27 in Haines City, and tell them that MJ sent you. Hey, my friends at Plan B Air Conditioning just put in an all-new unit in my house. So I've got multiple air conditioning zones. One of the zones crapped out, and it was time to replace the air conditioning unit. Just parts out of warranty. It just would have been too expensive. So we put in a new system, and we put in a Daikin. And this is my first foray into having a Daikin air conditioning system at my house. And, man, it's kicking butt. It's phenomenal. And it's energy efficient. My power consumption will go down. But listen to this. Daikin, which it's Daikin. Daikin is the largest air conditioner manufacturer in the world. 12-year parts warranty. No one else has that. And Plan B Air Conditioning puts in Daikin. In fact, Kenny, the owner of Plan B, he could put any air conditioning system he wants in his house. He put a Daikin in his house. So for any air conditioning repair, or if you need any service, mention me, MJ, get 10% off. It's planbairconditioning.com, 813-PLAN-B-AC. The clock is ticking. It's almost done, folks. It's going to expire on Monday. The unbelievable 0% finance offer from International Diamond Center, IDC. If you put this off all month long, you got to act now, guys. IDC's amazing free finance offer is going to end on Monday, June 30th. So if you need to pop the question, celebrate a big anniversary like Michelle and my anniversary today. You want to upgrade the Diamond. Now is the best time, and this is the best time and place to buy at IDC. Make any purchase, spread your payments out over 5 years. Unheard of 0.0% financing for 5 years till the year 2030. Interest rates are up everywhere but IDC. Hurry. IDC, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, Sarasota, International Diamond Center. Tell them MJ sent you. Traffic's on 858 here. Schreiner back in a minute.
In Tampa, we have an accident on 275.
You guys are just like little school kids going yakety yak 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 yak.
That's just the reason I continue to come in every morning.
Hey, and it was very appropriate. Hey, Andrew, can you put the St. Petersburg on my bar real quick? Can you put it on real quick? Thanks. All right.
Did we figure out what commercial didn't play?
Yeah, we know. So it's just weird. I'm telling you, folks, this place is going to die. The fact that this studio and the old brains that run this control console, the fact that it's still hanging on. They identified 5 years ago that these things were going to die. Because we're using these Harris RMX digital consoles, and they sucked when they were brand new. All right? And they identified years ago that this equipment is going to fail. And that's part of the reason why they said, yeah, we're building new studios. And here I am. Fester and I, we're back here at Q105 almost 5 years now. Crazy. And we're still not in the new studio. But we just had a glitch. And for no reason whatsoever, one of the commercials didn't play. And I'm telling you, this console is going to die. You know, we ought to take bets. You know, will we be in the new studio before this studio absolutely dies and takes us off the air? You know, Wild, about a year and a half ago, Wild, they went dead.
Yeah, our sister station went out. Yeah.
They were dead, and the engineers had to scramble unbelievably to get them back on the air, and they had to put together like a makeshift studio to get them back on the air because their console just totally died, and we have the same system. The fact that this studio and this equipment is still hanging on, it's like Unsolved Mysteries with Leonard Nimoy. Or what did he? Was that the one he did? Or was that who did Unsolved Mysteries?
Robert Stack.
Robert Stack.
I'm Robert Stack.
Yeah. So what's the one that Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock, did? He had a series as well. Some kind of it was like he did like a mystery series. You know, it was like the mysteries of the ancient.
In Search of?
Yeah, it was like the In Search of the Ancient Aztecs.
Yes.
In Search of Stonehenge creation. In search of how the hell is this console still working at Beasley Radio Q105 in Tampa, right? Anyway,
my God.
Coming out of that break.
On the Wikipedia, that show In Search of, it has a picture of Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen a picture of him not as Spock.
Oh, he doesn't have the pointy ears.
No, his hair's kind of tossed a little bit.
Wow.
Tossed tips.
Fester.
He's kind of handsome.
I came out of the commercial break, and I even jammed up the audio in the speakers in the studio, but you were too busy talking to Michelle about nonsense.
Yes.
You didn't even hear this.
Live from the Q105 studios in St. Petersburg. This is the MJ Morning Show, exclusively on 104.7 FM.
How fitting is that?
I'm not impressed with that one at all.
What are you talking?
Live from the Q105 studios in St. Petersburg. This is the MJ Morning Show, exclusively on 104.7 FM.
Oh, I like that. Love it.
We should have one MJ Fester broadcasting live from St. Petersburg.
All right. So I asked Fester to do a chat GPT, the 10 best pizza places in New York, and I want to see what it came up with. Number 1, DeFora Pizza in Brooklyn. I think it's fantastic.
Okay.
Michelle, you didn't really care for DeFora, right?
No.
You didn't like DeFora?
I have more discerning taste than you.
Listen,
My palate's a little more refined.
I like DeFora. I think
so far, ChatGPT is living up to MJ's expectations.
DeFora is good. I don't know if it's number 1 for me, but DeFora is high.
I don't know that we need a whole dissertation.
Number
on each
two,
one.
I'm not going. Number 2 is Joe's Pizza, classic New York slice. Joe's Pizza on Carmine, or they have other locations.
You agree with the ranking?
Number Joe's is high. Joe's is a great slice.
Okay.
So it's the classic New York slice. Number 3, L&B Spumoni Gardens. I've been there. It's a square, like a Sicilian style. L&B's fantastic. Michelle, not your style. We've been to L&B. You didn't really care for L&B, right? All right, so I like L&B. Next, Grimaldi's Pizza.
No, Patsy's Pizzeria.
I'm sorry. Next is Patsy's Pizza, East Harlem. Yeah, we love Patsy's. Patsy's, 1933, coal-fired oven. Patsy's Pizza, First Avenue, 117, fantastic. Number 5, Grimaldi's, Brooklyn. Grimaldi's is a classic, obviously, but for me, right next door is Giuliana's. And Giuliana's, for me, is better than Grimaldi's. Now, locally, I'll tell you what, Grimaldi's at West Shore Plaza, Michelle,
they do a good job.
Yeah, they do a good job. Listen, it can vary. Depends on, who's banging the dough and who's dressing the pie and who's on the oven.
Yeah,
but
and who's making the pizza.
It can't. Well, that's what I just said.
Well, you said banging the dough, and I don't want to know what the guys do.
All right,
I mean,
so,
guys will give me my pizza. I don't care what you guys are into.
Listen, at Frank Pepe up in New Haven, you got the banger, the dresser, the oven guy. So, number 5, Grimaldi's. I would put Giuliana's as one of my top places, right next door to Grimaldi's in Brooklyn. Next is Lucali in Brooklyn. I have not been. Lucali is a pain in the ass to get into. And I do have some connections. I just haven't used them. But I have not been to Lucali, Brooklyn, but it's supposed to be fantastic. Number 7 is Roberta's in Brooklyn. I've been there. Okay. It's a great pie. Number 8, John's on Bleecker. Good New York slice. Number 9, Motorino, Brooklyn. Again, good. And number 10 is what? Franny's, Brooklyn. You know what? I've been to Franny's. Franny's is decent as well. Yes. But like Luigi's in Brooklyn is not on the pizza list. Luigi's on Broadway is in Brooklyn is phenomenal. Listen, there are places like Una Pizza Napolitana is unbelievable for a Neapolitan type. So I just wanted to see what ChatGPT would spit out.
3 honorable mention: King Umberto's, Sally's a Pizza, and Crespo's.
Sally's a Beats. That's New Haven. Do they have a Brooklyn location now?
They might.
I don't know. You know what would be interesting if we did a ChatGPT, the 10 best restaurants in Tampa.
All right.
You know what? Just for the hell of it, before we move on.
What kind of restaurants?
Just anything. What are the 10 best restaurants in Tampa? And let's see.
Just the city of Tampa, Tampa Bay area?
In the Tampa Bay area. In the Tampa Bay area. So hopefully it'll include Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, etc. All right, so the 10 best restaurants, here it is. So ChatGPT has just spit out from the computer database, the artificial intelligence. All right, go. All right, number 1 is Burns Steakhouse.
That's cool.
Yeah, we'll be at Burns next Friday for Julian's birthday. Not this Friday, next Friday, July 4th. Julian's birthday will be at Burns. So number 1, according to ChatGPT, best restaurants in the Tampa Bay area, number 1 is Burns. Number 2 is Eulalie. Eulalie does a great job. I mean, and the grounds are gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful location.
Building's nice. I mean, Eulalie is really a nice place. Number 3, the Capitol Grill. You know what? I have never, ever had a bad steak at the Capitol Grill. And it's a chain.
It's a chain.
And the Capitol Grill is owned by Olive Garden, or it's owned by Darden. Darden owns the Capitol Grill and Ruth's Chris these days. The Capitol Grill is solid. They do a kick-ass job.
Do they serve lasagna at the Capitol Grill? Do they have endless breadsticks?
No.
I'll take the OG any day.
Yeah, I hear you. Number 4 is Oyster Catchers. Which, we've been there. Michelle, it's been a long time. We've been to the Oyster Catchers Sunday brunch a few times. Do they still do that?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
It's been 20 years since I've been there.
Yeah.
They used to have a killer Sunday brunch at Oyster Catchers. Number 5 on the list, Mise en Place. We've been there numerous times. It's just been a while. And who was saying that we need to go back with them?
Friends of ours.
Yeah, we need to get back to Mise en Place. And it's just been a while since I've been there, but I've always had a good. Was it Chef Marty? Is that it?
I don't know.
At Mise en Place. Who wants to go with us to Mise en Place?
Jack.
Burger King and Company.
Oh, so Bobby Burger King wants to go? Okay. Let's see.
The wife.
The wife. Right. Number 6, the Columbia. Look at that. 2 Gonsmart spots on here. Yeah,
deservedly so.
Listen, the Columbia is a classic,
So this ChatGPT only picked Tampa restaurants. I'm looking, all 10 of them are Tampa.
Oh, they are.
I'm sorry, no.
Hold on a minute.
I stand corrected.
Hang on. Number 7 is Eddie V's. I've only been to Eddie V's. Michelle, have we been there once or twice?
Twice.
We've been to Eddie V's twice.
Okay.
And, food was good. Number 8, The Mill. What is The Mill in Tampa? A trendy, modern spot that focuses on Southern-inspired dishes. Where is The Mill in Tampa? So, folks, if you're just tuning in, We just typed in what are the 10 best restaurants in the Tampa Bay area.
So it says
The Mill.
No, my AI overview says The Mill is in St. Petersburg, Florida, a restaurant known for Southern-style cuisine with a French twist.
All right, so
The one in South Tampa is permanently closed.
All right, so The Mill, a trendy modern, must try the Gulf Coast grits or the slow roasted duck.
Their website says they're on a Zeal.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're not closed. They still have an active website. I don't know. I've not been.
That's
to
weird. Either I hadn't even heard of it.
The logo looks like a mill.
All right.
Windmill.
Well, that would make sense. Number 7, Cafe Dufresne. Heard of it, just hadn't been there. And then finally, number 10 is Ava St. Petersburg. I thought Ava was on South Howard.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I mean, ChatGPT might.
All right.
Who the hell knows?
Listen. See, this could be an example of ChatGPT. And let me tell you right now, there are a ton of restaurants on here, or there are a ton of restaurants that are not. There are other restaurants that I would put in the top 10 before some of these that are on there. So, again, Fester, I know that you live your life and you let ChatGPT guide your way.
It's a pretty good guide. I mean,
But-
their New York pizza list, you agree with like 80% of it.
It gives you a frame of reference to like then go research further. It's not like this is not the rule.
Oh,
this is not.
ChatGPT says we have to go here. No, it gives you a list. It gives you.
This is not the 10 Commandments. If you went and Googled any one of these restaurants, then you might get other restaurants that go along with it that are in the same,
Do me a favor. Type in the best pizza in the
No,
Tampa Bay
no,
area.
No, we're not doing this.
Listen.
Oh, you shut me down?
This should be on our podcast.
All right.
The MJ Food Podcast.
Yeah, and you're curious about it. You're satisfying your own curiosity right now.
Listen,
you
hey.
know what? You could do this at home later today.
But the greater point here is you got to be careful with ChatGPT. And even, listen, remember we did an experiment with Google AI, and we had erroneous crap. You have to be careful. If you're trying to use ChatGPT or some of this other AI to write papers for you or do research for work, you can't trust it to be 100% accurate. There are tons of mistakes that pop up. You know, we did some Google AI stuff, and it like invented crap that doesn't even exist. I mean, spewing out just completely false facts.
Okay, so the pizza places in Tampa, it didn't give me a great list. Because it says Bernini's and Ybor is number 1. Okay.
No,
that's not a pizza place.
It's not. It's an Italian restaurant, and it's not number 1 for pizza.
Angelo's Pizza is number 2, St. Petersburg.
Oh, Ford's Garage?
Ford's Garage is number 3.
Forget at it. What the? All right, here's an example.
I love Ford's
Hold on,
Garage.
let me see what you typed in. You didn't type in pizza.
Best?
No, you put est. You put est.
Est pizza places in Tampa Bay.
Put a B in there, would you please? Jeez, man. Just
BEST.
No, you did not. It's not there.
Oh, I'm over here. Hold on.
All right. Go ahead and put the right search in. So you tell me you don't want to do it, and then you do it.
Of course I do. All right. That's how I was going to do it. I was going to do it anyway.
Regenerate this thing. Best pizza.
P-I-Z-Z-A.
No, do 10. 10 best pizza
places in Tampa Bay, Florida.
Right.
All right, go. What am I doing? Right here. Hit it.
10 best pizza shops in Tampa Bay area according to ChatGPT.
It's thinking.
Yeah, well, first of all, you had so many...
Oh, it's processing an image? What did I do here?
Well, first of all...
I hit image?
Well, first of all, you misspelled everything. I mean, you got to just try... I'm giving you one little sentence. Can you try to type it in properly?
Ask me anything. I don't know what
Michelle apparently typed in the best morning shows in the Tampa Bay area.
How'd that come out?
We're like number 5.
Really?
What the hell?
But also, it has you on the wrong station.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's another problem.
It
here.
has the morning crew on a different station. That's not the right station, I don't think.
Oh my!
It has the Freak Show is on 98 Rock, which isn't the Freak Show, the one that's down the hall.
That's Orlando's.
I'm just reading what the ChatGPT responded.
It's all wrong.
Yep.
Everything on the.
By the way,
you're
on 102.5.
What?
Yeah. The MJ Morning Show.
No, we're not.
MJ's radio show. MJ and his crew.
That's what counted.
You were on 102.5.
All right, this is crap. I mean, folks, go ahead and trust ChatGPT.
It's a good guideline.
Good guideline. There's not one thing on the morning shows in Tampa Bay. There's not one freaking thing that's accurate.
But once you
that's a great guideline, Fester.
The morning crew is pretty good. I mean, have you heard Lana's drama? I mean, I'm a fan. It's a really good segment.
Oh my God, that is insane. That sucks. All right, did you find...
So the best pizza,
all right.
pizza, 10 places in Tampa Bay.
All right, number one, Bernini Ebor.
Do they serve pizza there? They might.
You know, I haven't been to Bernini, and I had a good Italian dinner there.
Yeah.
I mean, years ago. It's been like 15 years, 18 years since I've been to Bernini. But, you know, it's got a charming old, like, was it old bank building or something?
Down there on 7th.
Number two, Eddie and Sam's.
It's a good pizzeria.
Yeah, for me, I think it was better years ago for me. Number three, the Pizza Box on Central in St. Pete.
You like that place?
We like the pizza. The Pizza Box is solid.
Love it.
Great wood-fired pizza at the Pizza Box in St. Petersburg, right on Central. Husband and wife run it, and it is delicious, so I recommend the Pizza Box. Number four, Mazzaro's Italian Market.
Not just the market, it says it's also underrated gem for pizza.
Yeah, so they make a pizza. They've got that oven back there, and I'm trying to I don't know if I've ever had Mazzaro's pizza.
It serves a Sicilian style.
All right, but then number five, best for pizza, Ford's Garage? What the hell? This thing's gone off the rails now. No, Ford's Garage is not on the top list for pizza in Tampa Bay. Look at this. Number six, Dats.
Didn't Dats close?
Dats is closed.
It's been closed for 2 years.
It's a freaking deli. All right. Pizarro's Pizza in Oldsmar. I don't know.
I've not been there.
Number eight, Apollonia Grill. I have no idea. Mediterranean-inspired restaurant. Wood-fired. I've never heard of Apollonia Grill, a Greek place for pizza. All right, maybe it is. Number nine, Grimaldi's. They're at West Shore Plaza. Grimaldi's does do a good job. And then number 10 is Donatello's Restaurant. They don't do pizza. We were just at Donatello's last night. Donatello's does not do pizza.
We'll have to talk to Gino about that.
All right, listen, they're like the couple of things. So I agree that the Pizza Box is in St. Pete on Central has a great wood-fired pizza. And then Grimaldi's at West Shore Plaza, they do a good job in their coal oven. So you can hit that place up. That Michelle and I do go there, and we enjoy their pizza. But the rest of the list, it's like, what? And you got places that Ford's Garage is known for their freaking cheeseburgers.
And their oil can of onion rings. Or their oil funnel of onion rings. I love Ford's Garage.
The underlying, the most important thing to walk away with here, folks, is don't trust ChatGPT.
Okay, this whole thing started when I said it was for itinerary for trips.
Yeah.
But it's a good launching point.
Right. It gives you something to research.
What were those stupid books? Yoder books or something? Or
Foder.
Foder? Yeah.
Yoder. No, it's not a, Foders.
Yeah.
Yeah, the travel books.
I'll never buy one of those. I'll go to ChatGPT. It'll give me a rough idea, and then I can refine it from there.
Get a whole list of erroneous things.
It'll give you a rough idea.
Yeah. You know what? You ought to buy the Foders book because they've tested it, and human beings have been there and actually tried stuff.
Go Fode yourself.
Go with ChatGPT and end up driving off a bridge because it gave you wrong instructions.
You're such a miserable person sometimes.
What?
You know, you're a hump.
No, I'm not.
You're a hump.
We've just proved how ChatGPT is wrong.
Okay, for a specific place. I said, give me an itinerary for a town. It gave me a bunch of good things to do as a launching point to investigate. And you're like, oh, why don't you just drive into a lake?
Young Americans. Young Americans are cutting back. Young Americans, like your late Generation Z and your millennials are cutting back. They're not going to fancy restaurants and bars right now in the same numbers, cutting back economically, and at-home pizza parties, getting pizza, ordering pizza in. Apparently, that's sort of a big deal. I was reading a story about these sisters. One of them's 25 years old. They're out in California, and in-store and online purchases for 18 to 24-year-olds fell 13% year over year between January and April, according to market research. And one of the ways the millennial and Generation Z crowd that are like 21 and up, they're not going out to bars or restaurants as much, just because they feel like they're economically squeezed right now. Inflation, prices up, and they're doing simple things like just ordering a pizza at home.
I thought when you said pizza party, maybe they were going to do those Chef Boyardee old-fashioned where you make your pie at home.
Oh, God.
Wasn't that fun?
Oh, those were awful.
But it was fun.
It's like it was like making a pizza with ketchup.
But it was a good time.
Right, exactly. Like everybody was involved, you know?
Oh, God, awful. And then we have a new urgent warning about the hidden risks of e-cigarettes, vaping. Yeah, new stuff is out. Hold on. Got to get to that next. Also, speaking of Generation Z, with all the warfare and all the stuff going on around the world, Generation Z is taking advantage in a fashion sense. What the hell? All right, we'll talk about that in a second. Oh, also, if you're into skincare, this woman who is on the young side, this woman is like in her late 20s. She says she used this product and it made her look like a freaking 80-year-old. Yeah, that's not the right effect. That's not what you're looking for. All right, hold on. We'll get to that in a second. And I have a lot of stuff. Final segment's always just a great plethora of material we haven't gotten to. It's all killer, no filler. All next, 9:22. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hey, WeatherTight Windows, WeatherTight Mike. They can get your job done before the height of hurricane season. You know, I've told the story about Scott, one of our friends of the show. Scott owns West Coast Pawn out in Lakeland. This is Polk County I'm talking about. And, of course, during Milton, Polk County got hit because Milton rolled in around, Sarasota, off of Sarasota. Milton rolled in and cruised up into Polk County. And Scott said that if he had not had new windows and doors put in by WeatherTight Windows last July and August, that he would have been in big trouble. He does not think his house would have survived Milton. And it was like late July into early August, he had all new windows and doors put in by WeatherTight Mike. And he said it saved the house. PGT Custom Windows and Doors, the best installation around. For window and door replacements, you want WeatherTight Mike. Right now, $200 rebate per door, $100 rebate per window. WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Mike, the best installation you can get, and that's top-notch. That's totally important. You got to have a good window, but you got to have great installation. WeatherTightWindows.com. Don't forget the cookies. Don't forget to tell them that MJ sent you at WeatherTightWindows.com. So I am probably going to replace my roof soon. I've done some patching, but my roof is 20 years old. So I am going to have to replace my roof. And you might be in the same boat. The average roof lifespan in Florida is 15 to 20 years. And I'm a little over 20 right now. I might be 21 years on my roof. Because the roof was on for maybe even a year before we actually, got the CO. So when it's time for a new roof, I'm going to Westfall. Westfallroofing.com. Any repair. You might just need a repair if you've got some leaks that are popping up. And I'm telling you right now, tons of leaks are popping up. Why? Because we're getting plowed with rain. We've had a lot of rain in the last couple of weeks. So if you've seen a leak or if you need a new roof, it's Westfall Roofing. Westfallroofing.com. This is the company you want, folks. Westfallroofing.com. And tell them that MJ sent you. At 9:25, traffic's on. Let's grab Shriner. And then the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show's next.
In Tampa.
I just saw something. Headline: Glam wife of Getty Oil heir smashes Porsche into parked car. Wow. Fester. Dude, man. If anyone was to hit your wife in downtown Tampa, it should be the wife of the Getty Oil heir.
Oh, I could only be so lucky.
That's who you want to hit you instead of, some Uber driver in a Honda Accord, you know?
Uber does have $1 million policy.
Yeah. The glamorous wife of a Getty Oil heir has been accused of smashing her Porsche into a parked car while looking for her glasses, leaving a senior with a traumatic brain injury. Vanessa Getty. Oh, she's even got the name. The wife of billionaire oil magnate Billy Getty allegedly crashed her Porsche Taycan electric sports car. Oh, so when they come from an oil family, she's driving an electric.
I would have my old lady in the biggest gas guzzler in the world if I was Mr. Getty.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, smashed into parked cars.
She's a beautiful woman.
Suddenly, without warning, a vehicle driven by defendant Vanessa Louise Getty violently crashed into plaintiff's parked vehicle. According to the lawsuit, Getty failed to use reasonable care and was negligent when she was driving near the intersection of... She collided into Riley's 2008 Mercedes black CLK 550.
Where did this happen?
Oh, Riley, the old lady, was getting into her car at the time. She suffered orthopedic injuries, traumatic brain injury. Wow. Man, tell you what, you struck oil. When a Getty Oil heir, we got a geyser, man.
I mean, the only thing better would be if one of the Mobile twins hit you.
Yeah. Or the Exxon brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. I'd love to get clobbered by one of the Wawa women.
Anyway, is there a picture of the Getty Oil heir?
That's Billy.
So here's the deal. She must be smoking hot.
She's exquisite.
She's got to be. Let me tell you, she's got to be smoking hot because she married into the Getty family. And I'm telling you right now that a Getty billionaire is not marrying an Ugmo.
No, she is.
Yeah, she's
beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she's attractive. Yeah, I mean, not my type. I mean, I wouldn't go for her, but
No.
but I can recognize she's attractive.
She's everybody's type.
Yeah. I got to say that here. It's my anniversary.
I mean,
by the way, Michelle. No, and I do mean that. Not my time. Michelle, we are getting loads of congratulations. So thank you for all those that have congratulated Michelle and myself for our 31st wedding anniversary today. I just checked my email during the break, and there's like a couple of dozen congratulations in here. So thank you. And thank you for using my private personal email, mj@mjmorningshow.com. Yeah, if you ever need to get a message through, you have any hot tips, any gossip, anything we need to know, if you want to remain anonymous, say so. But you can always reach me. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. Oh, did I mention earlier that on my anniversary, Fester, the only thing that I wish for on my anniversary is just one new Instagram follower. I'm not being a piggy.
No.
If I could just get one new follower today on my Instagram feed for my anniversary.
Just one.
That's my anniversary gift. Just one new Instagram follower. And you can hit me up. You can follow me at Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. I got bad news. Those that think, and we've had these in the past, but apparently there's like some shocking, even newer research. Those that said, I'm going to give up smoking regular cigarettes because I'm going to do the much more healthy alternative. I'm going to vape. I'm going to do an e-cig.
It's not nicotine. It's not smoke.
Yeah, guess what? Shocking. I said shocking. Shocking. Shocking new research. Disposable vapes release more cancer-causing chemicals than traditional cigarettes, according to shock new research. Are you shocked? Yeah, vaping, which has been touted as a healthier alternative to smoking, may be more toxic than cigarettes. Researchers at the University of California, Davis tested 7 flavored e-cigs from 3 of the most popular brands and found the disposable vapes release more cancer-causing toxic metals than cigarettes. One of the disposable e-cigs studied released more lead during a day's use than nearly 20 packs of traditional cigarettes. Holy crap. And then if you get that Chinese stuff, you don't know what the hell. You could be...
Yeah.
You don't know what you're breathing in.
You're just puffing away.
They're saying that they're doing top brands, and the top brands are more dangerous than cigarettes, Michelle. Yeah, I got to get you to stop vaping.
I never thought cigarettes would be so healthy.
No, Michelle doesn't. Yeah.
Cigarette sales are on the rise.
Exactly. Yeah. You know that little fat Indonesian kid? Remember the little 3-year-old?
Yeah, right.
You know, he moved to vaping after he was smoking 17 cigarettes at a time. He needs to go back to cigarettes now. Remember that old video?
I don't feel too well,
Yeah.
Pop.
Bring back my cools.
The study's main author is Mark Salazar, a PhD candidate, said that levels were so high that they thought their instruments were broken. They thought that their measurement equipment had broken. That's how high the lead levels were.
That's crazy.
In some of the vape products over cigarettes. That's insane. So heads up. This is an urgent new warning. You think you're in the clear. You think you're safe. Oh, I'm vaping. Everything's safe. No. And then, listen, we've had numerous, obviously, conflicts going on around the world. Israel and Gaza, Israel and Iran. You've got, obviously, Russia and Ukraine. I don't know if I'm happy with this. So Generation Z, the folks born from 1997 to 2012, Generation Z. For the girls, the latest thing is combat couture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have you seen this, Michelle?
No, but I can imagine.
Yeah, so a lot of camouflage and like army-looking pants. So apparently all this war, all these activities, military, issues around the planet.
I think camouflage has always been like a pattern that's been acceptable. I mean, are they looking like they're fighting in the war? They're putting paint on their face?
Listen, it's more intense. And what do you have? You have a lot of Gen Zers that are wearing camouflage shirts and more like military pants or like almost like an olive drab green, like army looking like skirt.
I've always been wearing that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm looking at some of the girls. I mean, she's wearing a camouflage miniskirt. Last thing I'm thinking about is the Ukrainians.
But wait a sec. But you have these Generation Z folks. They're posting their pictures on social media. So they're putting pictures on Instagram. They're putting videos or whatever on TikTok. And they're doing captions like, hey, this is what I'm wearing to World War III. And they're posting themselves with the military themed attire.
Look at this influencer. The only thing I'm serving at World War III is looks. And she has,
really? Is that what she wrote?
What?
And she has.
Oh my God!
And here she is, wearing a beautiful outfit with like a camo pattern. And then here she's wearing like an army cap.
She had a caption. The only thing that I'm serving for World War III is looks.
The only thing I'm serving in World War III is looks.
Oh God!
You know what?
That's just.
I'm here for it.
I didn't even see that one.
She's fantastic.
Yeah,
she just got herself a follow.
No, so here's another caption. Here's another Gen Z woman. Put a picture of herself in front of a mirror wearing army camouflage. I'm committed to looking like da bomb. Whatever.
I mean, so they're connecting their fashion choices to predicted, conflict. I think that's just in poor taste. I mean,
that's stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
All right, let me see if Andrew knows about this. Andrew, what is the biggest Disney? Put your microphone on. Andrew in our producer's booth across from us. Andrew, what is the biggest Disney story that I might have in my pile right now?
Big plot of land that they have new plans for.
All right, so can you be more elaborate in your description?
Yeah, where's the land?
It looks like Disney is building a new park.
Yeah.
Oh, a whole new park.
Yeah, like billions. Disney World plans to open up a massive new park The first since 1998. What opened in 98?
Last one to open was Animal Kingdom.
All right, was that 98?
Sounds
Yeah,
right.
that would be the last one open, yeah.
I remember MJ and BJ show, we were over there, so it must have been Animal Kingdom. We were there, numerous times.
What about like a Euro Disney or?
No, we're talking about here.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're not talking about like Tokyo Disney,
I don't know.
Disney in Paris. No.
Now, this is going to be a huge park.
Yeah. So, Walt Disney World, it looks like they're building an all-new park, and it's part of, according to a new long-term blueprint from the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District called the Comprehensive Plan 2045. The report earmarks 400 to 500 acres.
In contrast,
for the possible mega park, which could stand shoulder to shoulder with the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom in size and spectacle.
MJ, in contrast,
Yes.
400 or 500 acres.
Yep.
Magic Kingdom is 107.
Okay, hold on. But what about
What?
parks?
Hold on. The Magic Kingdom is only 107 acres, and they're talking about a new theme park at Disney, up to 5 times bigger than the Magic Kingdom?
Yeah,
What
almost.
about parking? I think the parking lot of Magic Kingdom is actually bigger than Magic Kingdom.
Pretty close to it, yeah.
I don't know if that's true. But, you need as much space for parking. There's probably green spaces. And they're going to have a monorail system going there. It looks like they're going to create 3 parks. 1 big park and 2 smaller parks.
Yeah,
2 more water parks, possibly.
Looks like, so it looks like multiple parks. In the 400 to 500 acres, possibly 3 new parks and water parks, but they're looking at an all-new actual theme park.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I wonder what the Disney Imagineers have in store. Like, what are the new classics that are being thought up? And listen, I'm sure they have ideas out the waz of future potential attractions to build. But to me, I find that fascinating. What are the new potential classics that could be on the horizon? And what do they talk? What kind of time frame here?
Well, if it's Project 45, it's probably the next 20 years.
Yeah, Comprehensive Plan 2045. But when can we see? It doesn't really say, other than the year.
Yeah, don't make your reservations for the new park yet.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it's still like a decade or 2 away.
I mean, here's the thing with Universal.
Holy crap! In 20 years, I'm going to be like late 70s, man.
Let's go to Disney World. I get the senior discount.
Hey, Michelle. Yeah. Get your walker. Let's go. All right, listen to this. This woman says she was trying to make her skin look good. Instead, this woman says that it turned her skin into the skin of an 80-year-old.
What?
So this woman on social media says this is not a filter. So what did she do? She's like putting out like this public service message. A popular product that she used left her face burning.
Yeah, she must have used it the wrong way.
And wrinkly, and says that she now looks like she's 80 years old. She says, I look like a mummy now. She added retinol to her skincare routine without realizing that it doesn't mix well with sunlight.
Oh.
That's kind of a known thing.
Yeah, you got to follow the directions.
Yeah.
So, like retinol.
It has like one warning. Don't go in the sun.
Really?
Exactly.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she did. And now she's all shriveled up.
Well, that's what happens.
You know when they find like a body? You know when you have some crazy guy that keeps like mom's body alive or not alive, keeps mom's body dead?
Keep getting the checks.
Yeah, because they keep getting the Social Security checks or whatever. Like once a year you got some crazy stories, like some dude in Wisconsin, he's 49 years old and, mom died at 89, 87, and the guy keeps mom's body in a back bedroom. And then, the skin gets all shriveled up. It's like, it's like something out of Poltergeist, right? And so this woman puts the retinol on, and then she's in the sun, and her skin turns all mummy-like. So she's like, ooh. Retinol, that's the same thing as Retin-A, right? Right?
I'm not a scientist.
I mean, I had an awful experience with Retin-A. And this goes back years. This goes back to like high school.
Mm-hmm.
So this must be like 1983, maybe 84 before I graduated high school. I remember I had a little acne issue. I never had major acne issues. So I never had any major problem, just, typical teenage acne. And the dermatologist gave me Retin-A, and I think Retin-A was kind of new back then. And, man, that burned my face like I was napalmed.
Well, you probably didn't use it properly.
In the Mekong Delta. Say it again?
You probably didn't use it properly.
Really?
Did you go in the sun?
I don't think so. I think listen, I followed the directions. I'm sure, I was 17 years old. I'm sure I followed the directions.
17 years old male is definitely not the one who's following directions. I'm sorry. You just totally.
I can't even follow directions now.
Exactly.
So Retin-A and retinol are both forms of vitamin A, but they have different properties and uses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they're slightly different.
Retin-A, man, it was worse than any pimples I had on my face.
Tell you what, man.
Using the Retin-A.
One time I used Preparation A, and I put that in the sun. Boy, did I pay for that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Hey, speaking of like the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
High C. You remember the drink High C?
Yeah.
It was like a Kool-Aid.
Is High C still around?
Maybe.
Listen, when I was a kid, the big drinks were Hawaiian Punch and High C. I could still see the HI and the big C. And remember when we used to drink the juices out of those big metal?
Yeah.
Like
cans.
Big metal cans.
We used to take the metal can opener and puncture those little triangle holes.
Yeah, High C seems like I've seen it in like the juice box aisle.
All right, so High C's still around.
It's owned by Coca-Cola.
All right. So I had no idea that this was a thing. But there are warnings going around regarding what do you think I'm referring to? I better shut this off. I don't want our YouTube to get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ghostbusters is that one of the songs that gets us yanked off YouTube if I play too much of it?
I mean, it didn't have like an ecto flavor.
Yes. Yep.
Was that High C that did that?
It was. Dude, how do you remember that?
I remember because the goblin, or the ghost was on containers long after the movie expired.
Listen to this. Apparently, there's a warning out that people that saved, like you've got people that collect like these mementos and if you're a Ghostbuster fan, you might have a little model of the Ghostbusters, funeral hearse, ecto ghostmobile.
So this is a collector's item.
It
if you
is.
love the movie.
Yep. So this is a collector's item.
Ecto Cooler.
High C made Ecto Cooler. Exactly. That was the drink.
They should bring this back.
Apparently, they're exploding.
What?
All these years later, listen to this. Ghostbusters fans, be warned. Those old Ecto Coolers are exploding.
Are they in the cans?
Yeah. The cans of... I don't think it's the drink box. Listen to this.
Well, the botulism, the rotting of eventually everything turns, even if it's canned and bottled. So it's had, a 30-year shelf life? And now it's just expanding.
Let me read this. Possibly because Dan Aykroyd needed several new beach houses back in the 1980s, there was seemingly no end to the Ghostbusters branded merchandise. There were toy lines, T-shirts, and at least one official Ghostbusters ceiling fan. Wait, there was a branded Ghostbusters ceiling fan, apparently. But the highlight of the Ghostbusters cash grab for many young fans was High C's Ecto Cooler, which tasted like delicious sugary fake fruit juice.
It had like an orange flavor to it.
But was marketed to kids as if it were the paranormal secretions of whatever the hell Slimer was.
Oh, that's just gross.
Yeah, Slimer was the name of the ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want one of those cans, you can get it off of eBay.
Due to the scarcity of the product, many fans have been hoarding the 2016 line of Ecto Coolers.
Because the movie came back out.
That's right. Okay. So it's not the original 80s. It's the reboot of Ghostbusters.
Right.
So High C put out a new line of Ecto Coolers. And apparently 9 years later, they're exploding.
The can I'm looking at expired in January of 2017.
While the Ecto Coolers are not carbonated, each drink contains a whopping 10% juice blend, yay, and a small amount of real juice. It's enough to ferment over time. The fermentation is causing CO2 to build up in the container, and then things go all kaflooey.
It makes sense. I mean, most food expiration labels, Michelle, are 2 years after the production date.
Oh, man. So if you've got the High C Ecto Cooler from 2016, man, if that explodes, that could make a freaking mess out of your, wherever you have it stored. That could ruin some serious crap.
You can get a case of it.
Oh, you can buy a case of 2016 Ecto Cooler.
It's available on eBay.
Oh, yeah, yum, yum. How much is a case of 9-year-old High C Ecto Cooler from Ghostbusters?
Buy it now for $41. 11 people are watching it.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all over eBay. I mean, I guess they want to sell them before it explodes, right?
Yeah.
Let it blow
Let's
up
get
your
rid of
place.
it. Yeah. Hope it doesn't explode like in transit.
Yeah. Let it blow up at someone else's place. Is that?
Yeah, get it out of the house.
Yeah. I'll tell you what my favorite drink is. Fabuloso.
Fantastic.
Yeah, those look delicious, don't they? Again, that still amazes me. Yeah, let's make a cleaner look like a Kool-Aid product that would entice kids to drink it.
Ecto Cooler was also like green. It looked like the slime.
No, I think it was orange.
It was orange flavored, but it was like a green.
It came out green. Gotcha. Oh, that's right, because the ectoplasm, right?
Yeah.
We got to roll 9:51 at the MJ Morning Show. Happy anniversary, Michelle.
Right back at you.
Happy anniversary, Meech.
Thank you, Fester.
31 down, a lifetime to go.
31 down. I mean, how much more time do we really have? How much time do I really have? What is my clock? What is my clock's expiration date? How much more time? Are we gonna make it to Death Do Us Part, do you think, if you were to guess?
I don't know. I have a headache right now. Don't make me think about it.
Come on.
Don't give her a headache tonight.
Of course.
On our 31st anniversary, are we going to make it to Till Death Do Us Part?
Of course.
I hope we don't have a bad ride home this afternoon.
With that pissy attitude.
That's morbid.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Oh, my gosh. You just, I don't even know sometimes why you say the things you do.
What do you think you're gonna
and then we call you out on it, you're like...
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I didn't mean I wanted to flip off the bridge.
Sometimes he even says, I don't even know why I said that. I don't even know what I said. Why did I say? And I'm like, dude, you just opened your mouth and said something.
Michelle, of the 5 days typically you come in with us.
Yeah.
On the ride in, I think you were nodding off on the ride in.
Yeah.
I had a guy pass me at 120 miles an hour, a white SUV, Howard Franklin Bridge this morning, passed it at least 120, was weaving in and out of cars. I mean, just insanity. And then, Michelle, on the way home, how often do you see maniacs on the Howard Franklin? It's what? How many days a week?
I see them every day, everywhere.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. All right, folks, have a good one. Happy anniversary to me and Michelle. And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, Friday show. We're going to see F1, so we'll let you know how F1 is. Julian and Michelle are taking me to F1 this afternoon. That's our anniversary gift. Yeah, we're going to see a Brad Pitt car racing movie. All right, see you back here tomorrow morning. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. And let's be careful out there.
Download the app now. Get the Q105 app and listen to us anywhere. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of